What's the word? It's your boy Rashad back, back at it again with another episode of Things of That Nature, episode 180. Nice round number. Nice round number. Y'all know me and round things. Listen, fists in the air for y'all showing up. I appreciate it. Kenya, Scully, Isom, Chaos, Demented, A-Dog, Audra, Zoe, Afra, nobody under the bed yet, but we here. Repost the space, repost the space, repost the space. Let's get some folks in here to have quality conversation like we usually do. Yesterday was a hell of a day on the timeline. It seemed like Wednesdays be turning up and we don't be spacing crazy, but we back at it again. The Patreon is in the jumbo. There is a free tier. There is a $5 tier. There is a $10 tier because the podcast is here September 26th. September 26th. September 26th. The Nature of Things podcast. That means one more week. Next Friday, first episode dropping on y'all. Can't wait. Very quality content, man. Appreciate everybody who has subscribed. We definitely get into it. If you haven't subscribed already, I promise you the first episode is gonna be a crazy one. We here. Kenya, what's the word? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. I'm just under attack in my own house. My child is acting like a madman.
Listen, that's how
I'm,
the babies
I'm
do.
literally fighting for my life.
That's why I'm never starting back over. Had to tell my girl it's over with. Never starting back over. Don't want to deal with that no more. I ain't
No,
gonna
I
hold
get
you.
it.
I don't want to. I don't
We
want to
getting it
deal with the
going
three I
great.
got. Jesus,
Please.
Jesus. Start over with a number 4 like Cardi B.
Like Cardi B. You don't got
Ain't
Cardi B
start over.
money, so don't do it.
Listen, hey man, you ain't never lied, but that is the goal. That's what. Listen, that's why we need y'all to subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Subscribe to the Patreon. I ain't gonna hold you. We get into it. I wanted to shout out everybody who attended the community space yesterday, hosted by Audra, a mod in the community, held it down for us. We had Doko up there, man. Quality conversation. Audra, what's the word? How you feeling?
Hey, good morning.
How you doing on
I'm
your side
good.
of the world?
I'm good. We good out here. It's
Good
still kind of early.
morning.
Hi, Kenya.
Hey, Audra.
How you doing? How you feel about yesterday?
Listen, yesterday was real fun. We had a good old time. Y'all need to start sliding through Wednesday evenings, community talk.
I saw. I was over there. It was Rashad's fault because I saw when you guys were in there, but we were recording.
Hey,
Blame it on
listen,
me. Listen, that is the theme these days. It's all my fault.
it's always Rashad's fault.
That's the theme these days. But yeah, y'all do pull up. I meant to say it on Tuesday. Y'all know how my memory get though. But pull up on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock in the community spaces hosted by Audra. We got Scully, we got Doko, we got Memphis. It's real chill vibes. Not the chaos during the day. Levita tagged it the lunchroom early on. It's not the lunchroom vibes. Very chill, having conversations about things that you heard throughout the spaces, throughout the week, talking about the podcast once the podcast drop, just giving y'all opinions and takes, man. We definitely would appreciate it if y'all pull up and show support. I know that we don't host the spaces at 12 o'clock on Wednesday, so it's just another outlet, things of that nature, that y'all can get to it. And it's definitely appreciated that y'all took initiative in doing those things, man, and seeing the growth and hoping it continues. Appreciate it.
Fists in the air for the community.
Fists in the
Fists in the
air for the
air.
community. Get into it. Scully, what's the word? How you feeling? My guy, Scully.
Wagwan, brethren.
Hey, Scully, you be getting some shit off on your timeline, dog.
Wagwan.
What you mean?
Man, you talk about you in the room, talk about the girl like cocaine. She said no, the cocaine like me. What you be talking about?
Listen, I'm a well traveled man, and I've been places where I shouldn't be.
Is that a true
I
story?
just That's a true story. I wanted to know why I dried her out like that.
Gee,
If it liked her so much, why was she so dry?
What you mean, dried her out as in lost weight, or dried her out as in the pussy dry?
She lost moisture in her forest. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen.
It was
Hey,
it's a sad state of affairs.
hey, nothing the little spit start can't change, man. Stop it, Scully. You know the
I'm
old
too old
head.
to be spit starting that thing. Okay, that feels like I don't have consent. If you got a spit started,
This is
you need to
crazy.
look up at Shorty in
It's
the eyes and ask
it's
for consent again.
12:08.
This
he
Please.
nigga,
dead
hey,
ass. That's the worst part. He dead ass serious.
I seen that. I said, what the hell is Scully talking about? This don't make no damn sense. He just be getting shit off, and it be so vague too that you don't really know. Only he know what he be talking about, and I be like, "What the hell? This guy is something else." Hey, classic, timeline, Scully. Definitely appreciate it. You pulled up to the community space yesterday, ain't it?
Hell yeah, yeah, it was awesome. Audra did a great job hosting. We did a great job co-hosting and keeping the conversation going. We had some new faces, some longtime listeners to the space come into our joint yesterday, so it helped the conversation flow. I think we do a great job on Wednesdays. Y'all make sure y'all check us out.
If you want
Yeah,
more of his 6 stories, they'll be there.
definitely appreciate it. Hey, where Devontae at? Devontae sent me a goddamn, and appreciate everybody who be DMing me topics and shit like that. It definitely helps.
Yo, yiggity, yo, yo, yo.
DV, what's the word, nigga? You alright?
We missed you yesterday, man. What the fuck, man? The Wednesday brings me some bullshit.
Hey
When it's
man.
popping on the timeline, and I like, God damn, it's hot. It's hot.
Hey, the
Damn.
timeline was crazy. This is the second
Kenya,
week in a
where you
row. This is the second week in a row. The
What I got
goddamn
to do with anything? PP,
shit was
Heidi.
at?
crazy.
What's up, mamas?
Yeah, but
Uh,
I Devontae sent me some shit. This ain't the first topic, but did y'all see that alien in the goddamn, what is it called? A locker? It looked like a hotel locker. Did y'all see that shit?
Alien in a locker? No, what are
Yeah,
you
I said,
talking
what the hell
about?
these niggas got going on? AI a motherfucker, boy. I ain't gonna lie. But I don't think that
Also,
we're
don't
here
be getting
alone.
tricked by that stuff. You too young for that.
Listen, I don't think we're here alone. I'm not gonna hold you. But when I seen that video yesterday, I was like, yeah, this shit is crazy. It did kind of look AI-ish. But y'all know why we here. We got to get to Cardi. Got to get to, what's her real name? Bellicus? What's her name?
Belcalis. Oh my god.
I thought her real name was Bacardi. Am I
Belcalis, please.
am I tripping?
No,
That's
his
not her
sister
name?
name is Hennessy, but her name is
Tennessee.
Belcalis.
Oh, okay. Listen, I know it's not Abuelita like you tried to say yesterday,
That's her
Kenya.
granny name. You tried to say
Very,
grandma. It just
very,
sounded
very
too
disgusting.
too black American. She don't got a grandma. She has an abuelita.
That was disgusting. All on the timeline. Don't give a fuck. Just call the lady Abuelita. But yeah, Cardi, man, she is pregnant by Stefan Diggs. She sat down with Gail. It's something about Gail King that the ladies keep going to Gail and just be giving up all the business, truth and lies. We seen how Meg gave it up. But yeah, she sat down with Gail and confirmed that she is pregnant by Stefan Diggs, man. First, I would like to say before we get to the fuck shit, you know, no matter how the pregnancy came, prayers for a healthy baby, all that shit. Prayers for Cardi going through this motherfucking pregnancy. But we got to get to the shit. We got to get to the shit. I think that whole soundbite was content gold, from announcing the pregnancy to talking about feeling 16 again with butterflies and shit, and then talking about how he asked her, "Let me heal you." I just felt like this
I
relationship,
don't even like hearing you say that.
man, this
Yo.
relationship, dog, is on the fast track to nowhere.
To
To
burn.
hell. That
You
nigga
with
is
it.
a
Oh,
demon.
let's go. Ah!
Wait,
This shit
wait,
is
wait.
on the fast track.
Let me heal
That
you.
nigga is
What?
a
I
demon.
could never.
Too
What?
damn fertile.
Listen, somebody said Mexican pussy is first. Listen, that was nasty. Somebody said that shit yesterday. Y'all niggas don't have no couth on Elon's goddamn Twitter. I ain't gonna hold you. But yeah,
It's
I kind of
crazy.
felt like, not even kind of, I thought she was pregnant. You can't really hide it. When she was doing the little twerk with the fur coat
He's
on
like
with
jaw out, not me. I knew that lady was pregnant.
yeah, I do it. But her fans were in denial. Paris was doing her big one on the timeline yesterday. Fist in the air for Paris. She was doing her big one. She had all the receipts for y'all ass who was talking crazy about her. But how did y'all feel? Just about the whole segment, not even just like the pregnancy, but her revealing pregnancy, talking about Stefan is going to heal her, talking about the honeymoon period in the relationship and her not wanting to be vulnerable. The shit sounds super fast and it sounds crazy, but niggas do worse in love. I told you me and my girl moved in after 3 months. Wake it up. They said I was moving like a lesbian. Listen, I don't care. You can't shame me.
Three months?
Nigga bought a
Oh
U-Haul
my
on the second
god.
date. That's how you do it, boy.
You can't shame me, nigga. But yeah, like how y'all feel about that shit?
Um,
Let Me
she
Heal
is.
You is the new late
She's
night
a
massage. That's the
Libra.
new
She's a
background.
Libra. She's a Latina Libra. Even worse. Like
What does that
it's
mean?
just double whammy. Libras make like really just we pick bad when it comes to men. Just horrible track record. Um. So yeah, that's really not surprising. I mean, he's DL. You know, he's gay.
Oh
He's got
God.
twins on the way and another one. Not claiming the newborn, rape allegations from a man. It just, I don't know. You know, I know she's happy. I know she's rebounding. I know she just like wants to be okay after everything that Offset put her through. And I do understand that. I do. I just think, damn, because right after you give birth, they talk to you about birth control, and you know that you're Latina. You know that you're fertile. Why would you say no to it? I don't know why she turned that down at the doctor's appointment. That's just
Kenya, see,
crazy
because
to me.
you doing a lot of double talk. I gotta do you like Carmelo do on 7 p.m. in Brooklyn.
I don't know what
Cardi
that means,
B
but I don't like
pregnant,
that.
fuck with it or fuck out of here. Which one?
The fuck out of here. I just think it's really crazy. I think that maybe I don't know. She probably I'm sure they did. I wouldn't think that they planned the pregnancy. I mean, obviously, I'm not in LA Coochie. I don't know. But even if it wasn't planned, I don't know. Maybe her mindset is just, maybe she's like anti-abortion at this stage in her life. Yada, yada, yada. I don't know. Maybe she's just like, I'm rich enough. I could do whatever the fuck I want. I could have the baby, irregardless of what it looks like. It could be that. It looks nasty. It looks really, 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 really nasty.
I just want to say that we're gonna get to Mac 10, then we're gonna get to DB. I don't want to hear no breakup songs 2-3 years later about how he a fuck nigga and how he lied. I don't want to hear that shit. You can't sell that. Not with this one, Cardi. So, obviously, I hope it lasts. This has all the makings of this is burning very fast. But I hope it lasts. But you can't sell us with no goddamn what's that? Be careful. Now we don't want to hear the Stephon Diggs be careful version. I ain't gonna lie to you. Go ahead, Mac 10. What's the word? How you feeling?
Yeah, what's that word? Y'all hear me good?
Yes, sir. We also hear the background just a tad.
Yeah, let me reconnect or disconnect from the CarPlay. Okay, how that sound?
Oh, all good. Appreciate that.
That's better.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'm a not even get into it. I don't Damn, it's doing the Bluetooth shit. Hold on. Damn. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't do the whole celebrity thing and all that. So I'm not as like this. I'm a generalizer a little more. Because anything they doing, I'm usually trying to do the opposite, generally speaking. Uh, as far as that whole situation, I would say anybody that's impregnating or getting pregnant straight out of marriage probably didn't do the internal work to have a successful situation, leading into that. Especially if I see somebody living fast, like a typical rapper or whatever she consider herself do. Um, it's not it's not a favorable situation. You kind of doing a disservice to the child you already got and the child you're bringing into the world. In my opinion, you're not doing the work that would be required to be a good parent, good spouse. It's lazy. It's really shit. I mean, we do shit that animals can do, and we act like we're doing something special. Animals can procreate. Animals can go from person to person. Like there's nothing to be proud of. Uh, that's kind of how I go about it. If I, I've shared on this stage that I'm a divorcee that in a marriage that I left. No kids to this day. I felt the need to go to therapy after my divorce, even though I may have felt like bulk majority of things weren't my fault. I had something inside of me that was allowing me to be an enabler, anything. You just need to heal. However you choose to heal, you just gotta heal before you make these life changing decisions. And not enough people do it.
Yeah, I think we got it because that's something that she also said in the segment, and where she was hurt, she was vulnerable, she couldn't eat, she didn't even want to look at the kids. She didn't
So why you fucking?
like she
Why you fucking if you can't eat?
because she also said that there were people in her ear saying go out and date.
I'm screaming. What?
Like,
Or she's not her.
so
Well, that sounds like somebody that's not their own individual.
hey
I
man,
mean,
listen, we
if
talked
I,
about
if
that.
I,
Kenya, swear to God,
yeah,
that
if,
type of shit don't never happen. We just talked about it the other day, Kenya. Come on, man. 2 for
Can we
2.
yeah,
just
if
have the
I'm
same thing,
healed,
please? Oh my god.
if I'm a healed, or if I'm a healthy,
Now speak
somewhat
your ass up.
individual, if I'm a health somewhat individual, and I know that this just happened, 12 people can say, "Oh, it's bitches out there right now that won't you." If I'm not going towards these women, first of all, don't even tell me what I need to be doing. That's the first thing. But second, even if you feel the need to be telling me that, I am a grown man with a sense of good judgment. I know when I can bring purpose or relevance to a situation. So that's irrelevant to me as far as
Yeah.
people telling her. And she grown. She my age, I think, or maybe a little younger. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
But
that,
yeah.
in vulnerable states like that, we all a little impressionable. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, DB, then we got Audra, then we got Big Nay. Ain't seen Nay in a grip. What's the word, DB?
That's the shit.
Rashad, don't you fucking
So,
lie.
so everybody strap in, take a seat. Y'all probably already sitting. Good, good, good. Get some water right now. Listen, this ain't Stephon Diggs' baby. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. This offset shit. Number one. Number two, this is a psyop. This is a motherfucking play. This is a play. This is the fact that Diggs probably dropped the bag on the pay for a motherfucking rollout. Whatever he done did, he hadn't done and shit cause he gay. Or whatever the fuck he
Hold
got
on,
going
wait,
on. Y'all know what he
you
got
messed it
going
up, DB. Hold on, wait, you said he gay.
on. The nigga gay. The nigga got something else going on. This is a cover up. This bitch, she tried to move so fucking fast and put it all on him. They did the video in the French Alps and the castles and all that other shit. That was all a cover up. I read between the lines. All said was that he's creeping late at night. They don't fuck. Now she pregnant. Now she jumped out of the shit. That's why she couldn't eat. That's why she couldn't eat. You hear that shit? They talking about she couldn't eat shit. She knew she had a baby coming with this nigga.
No, I ain't gonna lie,
How you
Yeah.
even
DB.
got the energy to fuck
I
if
ain't
you
gonna
ain't
lie,
eating?
DB. After a breakup, I lost 30 pounds, nigga. I woke up and like, damn, I ain't eaten 2
What the
weeks.
fuck is wrong with
I
you?
ain't gonna
I
lie.
I
never,
can't even go
I don't
more
know
than
how
one round
to
if I'm not eating. Like, what are you
Rashad,
talking
you
I
about?
woke
already
up and was like,
anyway.
small,
fuck.
so you losing 30 pounds
I
is
don't, I
insane.
don't understand
Hey, man.
how men go through shit like that. You literally was sliding down the wall
What?
listening to
Was
motherfucking,
I? Was I?
wow.
Nigga, please. So, when she,
I don't know what that's like. But yeah, I think this is just a show that we're experiencing for album sales and her blow up and, congrats on the baby. Life is life. So salute to life. Uh, But aside from that, yeah, this the one baby daddy. She only gonna have one baby daddy. This gonna be some Maury Povich shit at the end of the day when that paternity test come back and Stefan Diggs is not that daddy.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, when you get that little motherfucker a break, people wouldn't even have to
This
speculate
nigga,
who.
this nigga
Like,
Matt crazy. Go ahead, Audra. What's the word?
I think a rebound baby is really wild. Cardi is moving super emotionally. I think Stefan Dick, lock that nigga up. Like, it's too much. It's too much. It's twins and other women pregnant. That nigga needs to be locked up. Like, we got a mini Nick Cannon over here. Lock that nigga up until we figure out what's going on. I'm dead ass. And secondly, I wish we would just let women tell us when they're ready that they are pregnant. Like, y'all over here investigating and zooming in and all that shit. Like, just let women tell y'all when they pregnant. And I know y'all gonna hate that, but
She
it's
a
the same thing
she a
with
public figure, baby
Holly. Just
girl.
let
What you
her tell
mean?
y'all when they ready.
She's showing like a motherfucker. Ain't nobody
Yeah,
have to zoom
her
in
for
on
Well,
that
sure.
with the
Like
Audra,
heart, with
putting
the
Audra,
her
let me just
heart
fake
ask you a
poking out
stomachs
question.
and
belly
stuff.
button.
Nobody, we didn't tell
She
her put on a fake
she
stomach
can't
and play into it.
she can't
Nobody
walk
told
down
her
the
to
court
wear
no
skin tight
stairs.
clothing while she's showing. She did that to her
What
own
she
self.
Audra, what's them
what the
onesies that
fuck?
y'all women be wearing? She had one of them shits on with a fur coat and then bust the fur coat open like surprise. Like
Onesies.
you don't have to ask. We know.
But y'all was
and
asking.
you know the other part to this shit. Why are you fucking on the guy that the guys is saying, oh no, he can't talk to my sister, the woman I fuck. Like, that's what I was talking about the other day. The clues be there. And motherfuckers want to play this, oh, I didn't know this person was that. The clues be there. People just don't acknowledge the clues.
Yeah,
But she also could not have seen that clip. I know majority of women in this room
but it's not
I
know
was
that clip
just
he
necessarily.
gonna
talking
say
about,
what he
especially
talking
that's not
about.
in
It's
sports.
not necessarily
I
That's
don't
not
even
in
pay
about.
sports
attention to
circles.
these motherfuckers and I saw the clip. Get the fuck out of
Hold
here.
on, wait. It's not. It's not even. Then we got to get to Nate. It's not even about the clip though,
Like Levita don't make saw
because
that.
he has had. When we watch, Joe Budden podcasts or we just hear or see things, he has the reputation of fucking hoes. But I think it might be a little unfair. A nigga with money, he gonna fuck bitches, but he has the babies to match. He got twins on
Well,
the way.
deal with the result.
Like
Deal with the
so.
result and we don't want to hear
So
it.
it's like nothing that we can say is kind of like, you didn't know. He got the babies along with the reputation. You might can brush off the reputation, right? Because folks gonna say foul shit about you, especially when you're young and get into it, you're attractive. But then you got this other shit too. You got the tangibles. Nah, nigga. Go ahead, Nate. What's the word? How you feeling?
Hello, Rashad. How are you?
I'm doing
Hi,
well. Got to get
everybody.
to it.
First of all, Cardi is a bird, okay? I'm not understanding how you just got right to it and that baby just turned 1 and you already about 5 or 6 months. Like that belly button is poking. You is pregnant. And then to just do a space. What was that last week going off about, oh, people speculating about my pussy business and why you worried about it and yada, yada, yada. What do you mean? Why is anybody worried? Cause you walking around here, we used to seeing you pretty much asshole naked. Now you wearing 3XL shirts, which is not your bag unless you're pregnant. And that's what you're doing. And nobody is supposed to speculate or say anything. I'm just trying to figure out why she thinks she's exempt from being talked about. And you're not.
Nate, when I heard that rant,
So
Nate, I said that's the pregnancy talking. I just
that pissed me off. So you did all of that just to a week later go your ass on Gail King to say, hey, I'm pregnant. Girl, we already knew. We seen it. What the fuck you mean? This ain't news to us. Is it news to you? Like, did you not know? This is not, we see it already. And I just be so annoyed with her because she do all this ranting and raving all the fucking time thinking she going off on people when they already got you clocked. So now when you come out and confirm what the fuck everybody already been saying, you look dumb. Girl, use your asshole hands. Like
wow,
Power be saying anything. My God.
wow.
Like,
We
Damn.
don't want to hear none of that men are terrible
she
shit.
lived in New Jersey. You can go get it done still. Like you don't have to do you don't have to do
So
this.
I got two
I'll
questions for you,
never be in
Nate.
nobody's third, fourth, fifth, sixth, ninth baby mom. That is so fucking insane. I'm never like more than two is crazy to me.
let me
Like,
ask
I
you a
really think
question,
it's
Nay.
so insane.
Do you believe that there is a level of privacy that not only for Cardi but just um women in general, especially public figures, and where like she said, shut the fuck up until I tell you, right? Or kind of like what Audra was insinuating. Do you think that that is a level of respect that is owed to women, when they're
If
going through
you
this?
want to be private, then stay low about it. When Beyonce pop out with a baby bump, we don't fucking know till she feel like popping out. You ain't seeing no pictures. She not at Fashion Week. She ain't going outside till she ready to pop the fuck out. And then she gonna confirm it. Why you can't sit your little hot ass down for a minute? But you know why you can't sit down? Because you done announced that you got your album is coming and all it. So you really can't sit down, but you mad about people speculating. No, get to work. You've been sitting down for 8 years and just popping them out. You can't sit down because now the fire is up under your ass to put out that sophomore album and it better be good, bitch.
Hey, listen, the
It
countdown.
better
When it
motherfucking be
drops to
good.
what, midnight tonight, right?
I'm
It
listening to that
better
shit at
be
12.
good, bitch.
Yeah,
Cause
tonight.
using a baby as a rollout. Oh, she said I wasn't
That's so
hiding,
he
wearing big
timed
ass
the
clothes and
rollout for
trolling
the
on
baby
TikTok.
release.
Like, what do you mean
I
I
can't
wasn't
listen.
hiding? I don't
I
understand.
can't wait.
King is
I
offset,
can't
baby
wait for the
King.
album.
It could
I'm not
be.
having a baby
Oh,
by somebody that got 17 baby moms and gay rumors. And somebody tweeted yesterday, Stefan you need to use his butt. I was rolling. Do
Wow.
you hear me?
Wow.
Rolling. Nigga, put
We
it
got
up. Put it away.
Yeah, and to
Jesus.
and to top it off on what Yeah, to top it off on what y'all saying, we live in a country that's technically freedom of speech. So anything that I ever said, did, or posted can be commented on. And unless I'm gonna do something about you comment,
That is some
I have the
bird
right
chicken
to
head
comment on it
shit
because
to
I
think
put it
that
out there.
you about to make a pregnancy announcement and think nobody is getting ready to talk about the whole shit that you just did. Girl, you need to be on Jasmine Deluxe with your hotels, cause what the fuck?
so more morally, y'all all I would think we would agree that we see it as an issue from the standpoint of one, you still are technically married, and then two, this seems quite
But you
fast.
heard that space of when this was a while ago where she was like, I had been single for mad long. We weren't together. She trying to use that now as, okay, we were still married, but we weren't together. So I was allowed to go outside and do, okay, yeah, technically, but bitch, another baby, and your baby ain't even one is like, that is insane.
Yeah, I don't
Nah, if
like that.
y'all,
I don't like that excuse when people be using that. Like technically, we not. Nah,
We
you
weren't
still whether it's
together. I was
relationship
in the
or
house.
marriage.
I was alone. He was doing him. And apparently you was doing you too. Why you keep leaving that part out?
Come on, man, wake it up.
The
see,
fuck?
now you get into a little. Yeah. Now you get into a little gray area because if you've been separated and just not officially divorced yet, and you not lying to that previous partner or that current partner about that, and you being genuine, and you put that work in mentally, so you're in a healthy relationship, getting through that divorce, now you kind of get into some gray area where it's like, okay, dating, but again, yeah, like having a second kid, and you obviously she ain't did no work. So that
Yeah,
goes without saying, but
they were
yeah.
still fucking this
She
year.
she just started popping out with Stefan
That
Diggs.
is that's offset,
Right.
Go ahead,
Like
Kenya.
you
baby.
just started popping out with this nigga.
Go ahead, Kenya.
this is just it's very ghetto, but it's like you have like a this is like very commoner-ish, very ghetto, but because she's who she is, like it's just so magnified. But this happens. Now, she said that Blossom was a mistake, okay? She was already beefing and split up with him, got horny, whoop, fucked him, got pregnant, and was like, damn, but was like, I'm gonna keep it. So she kept Blossom, but she was already fucking Stefan at that time, way back then. She been fucking Stefan for a minute now. So I get what DB is saying. I mean, I just feel like why say that if that's not his baby and you are who you are? Like, I don't know. I don't know if maybe it's a, oh, he'll claim the baby anyway type of thing. I don't know. but but it's just not a good look, man. It's just not a good look. It looked bad. It
How do
just
y'all
looked
feel
bad.
about the he said that he'll heal me comment? How did y'all do you think that it's
On the
Dumb,
possible to
deep
heal your
Negro
partner?
spiritual side,
dumb,
this
A
she just
bar.
slow. She just a bird. Men be saying
dumb.
anything. Men will
It's a
say
bar.
anything. Someone let me heal you.
It's gonna leave
With
the bar.
what?
It's a
Why are
Hold
bar.
on,
you
wait,
looking
one
at
second.
somebody? Why are you
Do
looking?
Heal
is
her
that
with
something because
his
we hear that.
penis? Was
We
that the
I'm
healing
finna
property?
heal. I'm
no,
finna
but
heal
we hear
somebody
that all the
tomorrow. You hear
time.
me? I'm getting that
I don't
Jameson in
like
me. I'm
that.
healing somebody tomorrow evening.
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
y'all don't believe in that? Y'all don't believe that you could heal your partner?
Please.
As a grown adult, why are you
You
looking
need
for
to
somebody to
heal
fucking
yourself,
heal you?
okay?
Do
I
some
am
work.
not.
That shit. Everybody's lazy as fuck.
I'm
That's
not
why
a
I don't be overly
psychiatrist
dating.
or a
Motherfuckers is
therapist or
lazy,
any
bro.
kind
And,
of
That's lazy
licensed
as shit.
clinician.
Oh, he like, oh, let him,
I
let
cannot
her
heal
do it.
you.
Let him do it.
and when she said that shit, right? Gail kind of just was like, "Oh yeah, all right," and then she moved on to the next question. I was like, "Yeah, that was kind of shady." I thought that shit was crazy.
Gail, oh, she knew that was a crock of shit. She was like, you'll see, baby. You'll see.
Gail definitely was like, "Oh
All
yeah, all
right.
right,
All
all
right.
right."
Just lazy.
On to the
And
next one.
like I said, I never see no niggas blah 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 from that Instagram because we don't want to hear
I
it.
ain't gonna lie, that shit is crazy. Listen, once again, fist in the air for her and a healthy pregnancy. I think she moving reckless, and y'all know I love me some Cardi B. I'm not gonna hold you. I love me some Cardi B, but this is very nasty on a lot of fronts. A lot of fronts. And it's not going, you hate to say it, but I just don't think that this is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. He does have gay rumors. It's a whole videotapes of his brothers jacking a nigga up. Even if you don't believe the rumors, why your brothers there fighting a nigga? Like, what we got going on? So, yeah, I don't know, man. Prayers up for them.
It's a cover up, bro. I'm
Some
telling
women
you.
are okay with the gay thing though, so that might not even be a deal breaker. You don't know
That's
they sexual
I'm
shit. They could have
telling you.
threesomes with men. You don't
I
know.
did see somebody on the
This
timeline say that they like their nigga a little sassy. I seen that yesterday. I was like, wow. We living in new times. Speaking of dating though, Steve Harvey, he was on the pivot with Ryan Clark.
oh this fuck nigga.
Steve Harvey, right? First of all, Ryan Clark is having a good run with interviews, even though sometimes he be, a little too tap dancey for me. I still enjoy his content. He had Steve Harvey up there, and one segment was about Lori Harvey's dating life and how Steve Harvey sees it. It was very interesting because this is Mr. Think Like a Man.
Oh bitch, you took my talking points.
this is this is Mr. Think Like a Man. So he had this situation with his wife earlier this year or last year, and then now during the interview with Ryan, he kind of spoke to a level of uncomfortability with seeing Lori. He's acknowledged that she has made mistakes and that she is trying to learn from her mistakes. He also said something funny. The exes are now his exes, and she got upset that he spoke to an ex before. I thought that was funny. Just having daughters, I would assume that that's par for the course. But overall, I think him seeing Lori dating in real time, it didn't feel like he liked it. He said that because she is attractive and gets money, she attracts a certain level of guy that also has money and stuff like that. So he gets to get in the picture quicker as far as getting into a relationship, getting close to her. And he doesn't like it. I want to know how y'all felt, especially because he was Captain Pandora with Think Like a Man. They even made a movie
His
about
daughter
that
is a
shit.
bird. There it is.
This is the perfect example of like this shit that these people with all these names give us to consume. The grace that they're not giving, like in his case, the grace that he's not giving these guys and all this think like a man shit it's going to be different from the grace that he gives somebody close to him when they do something similar to the same shit. Now, mind you, I ain't read all of that or whatever, but you just got to keep that in mind when you consuming a lot of this is that you ain't getting the same grace in this information or whatever that he might give her when she have bad behaviors or whatever. So that's just something to keep in mind.
Yeah, I liked his input. speaking from a father's point of view, he eventually said he can't control what she does in the relationship. Obviously, she's an adult, but he still feels a way. That was good insight because eventually I'll be in that space, and where my daughters are dating. And so, seeing Steve go through it and just seeing how his perspective changed because he was really like gung ho at one point and where, ladies, you need to think like a man type shit. Even on his show, he was really on that shit. And then now to see it play out in his own marriage and with his daughter, he seemed like he kind of, to me, it took it like, I might have put my foot in my mouth a little bit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, if he had a son only, how would that message have looked in the beginning?
Yeah, Steve, come on, Steve. Go ahead, DB. And then we got Nate.
Yeah, I don't fuck with Steve Harvey in that same bracket as Tyler Perry, and
Oh no,
not
that's
not
too
to that
far.
level, not to that level. I'm playing it up. I mean, let me get it out. He's not to that level, but he's a panderer. These old niggas that just get the pandering the bitches and they feeding into it. But he also benefiting and making money off the shit. That's the part that make him in that class with Tyler Perry to me. Because he using, I just think of it. Nigga, you pimping bitches. That's how you fucking do it like that. Look, these niggas pimping these bitches. But whatever way, however way y'all want to look at it, I'm looking at it more so like that. Because he using y'all buying his shit. He on TV saying all this pandering ass shit. Even when he had that TV show, just fucking all, like, just fuck
I
Steve
seen
Harvey.
rumors. Yeah.
Hold on, Mac. Fuck
My bad. I
Steve
thought you wasn't
Harvey.
talking.
Yeah, fuck Steve Harvey. Fuck his messages. Uh, just gonna be a game show host. Not a daytime, the talk show, the morning show. I always fuck with that. I'll always fuck with that from back in the day. But outside of that, man, I don't want to hear all that relationship shit from these old niggas, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I mean, I don't listen to them no way, but I think the women. I hate to hear the women feeding into the shit, and it's just like have a fucking brain, ladies. That's all.
I seen shit that suggests that he been cheating on motherfuckers for years. So why is
Listen,
his
black
word
men don't
even like,
cheat. We
oh, we
ain't
should
bringing that
be,
over here, Mac. What you
man,
doing?
hey, I ain't with all
What
that
you
shit, man.
doing?
Motherfucker contradict themselves. I don't give a fuck what you is.
Black men don't
And
cheat.
one thing
Listen
about
here,
me, I ain't
disregard.
with no fake, goofy,
Hey,
corny shit at
disregard what
all.
Mac said.
I don't give a fuck. Man, ain't no
Go
disregard.
ahead, Nate. What's the word?
I have a question. How would y'all feel about your child popping out with everybody that they're dating? Like,
If they, oh,
why does it need to be a thing?
I mean, she's
I
famous,
disagree.
but there are niggas who that take every girl to their mama. There are like we see it in real life. I think she's famous, so it looks away. But niggas take every bitch to their homeboys and they mama take them to the cookout and vice versa.
I disagree with doing it, but if you grown and you are my offspring, that's your life, and you have to deal with what
No,
you do. So it ain't
You
my
not
decision.
running
So
through
I
my
don't.
house with a bunch of women, men.
yeah,
It's
that's
not happening. Sit your
It ain't
little
a
ass
whorehouse.
down
Y'all ain't finna be
somewhere.
No, I don't
fucking,
I'm
want to.
not
but
meeting,
yeah,
I don't want to meet everybody that you just talking to, you
Yeah,
dating, you texting, you on the phone. Get them away from me. Why am
yeah.
I meeting them? Why
I'm
aren't you
with you on that,
outside with
Nay.
them?
I'm with you on that.
Go in the house.
that's fair.
To
Yeah,
answer
that's
that
fair.
to to answer that question, it's a case by case scenario on what an individual is going to do when it comes to bringing people around. And I can't speak for public figures. Like public, she dating majority A-list niggas from what I saw as far as Michael B. Jordan and Damson, it's whatever the fuck the England nigga name is.
Who
Uh,
the fuck
it's,
is a
it's
Lori
specifically to
Harvey? We don't
Lori.
know shit about her, but who she picking up?
Yeah. Yeah, but me personally, I don't. My parents met three women in my life, and I take pride in not. Bitch, that's a privilege in my upbringing and my belief. In order for you to meet my inner family, so that's my
Yeah, I
personal
don't want to meet
perspective.
with my
Yeah,
kids. For one, I didn't bring everybody around my parents, and I don't want to meet everybody that you talking to, fam. I don't care about this person. Like when y'all get serious, All right, cool. But I don't feel like shaking hands every other year if somebody new. Get the fuck on. Like that would be my attitude towards my kids. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's my point. I don't like
Yeah.
sit down. I just don't be understanding why you need to why do we need to know this? Who the fuck is she outside of who she dating
I ain't gonna lie, in
publicly?
her dynamic though, I gotta call a fair one. It be seeming like the niggas wanna pop out and show her off. It don't even be seeming like
They want to. It seemed like that they want to.
you break it up,
What's going
DB.
on? Then the
But
niggas
she
in the
still
middle, you
got
heard?
free will. Yeah, she still got free will to say, I don't want to pop out with you
Nah,
like that
the
yet.
niggas be
So it go
groupies
both
too, man.
ways.
We gotta keep it a bean. And it be seeming like
That's cool. That's fine and dandy.
it be seeming like the niggas on that shit. Go ahead, Kenya.
He should have never even. I don't even like to see him talking about it. That was just ugh to me. I don't think he should have touched on that topic at all. One, what can he really say? I mean, you're the one who raised her. So if you failed, if you feel like you failed because it's a revolving door, then you got to eat that. That was his failure in his raising of Lori Harvey, and that there it gets pimpish to me. Like I feel like I don't even know like the whole story of the mom
Wake
and the
it
stuff
up.
she had going on. Like morally, they're just corrupt over there to me overall. So yeah. Yeah.
Hold on, wait. Because I don't be understanding how y'all be saying that. He is in a podcast and asked a question that I would think is above board. His daughter is very famous. He is obviously very famous. He's Steve Harvey. What's wrong with giving his insight as a father, seeing his daughter grow up and date? What's the problem?
You messy.
If I'm in
Say
any
your
type of
daughter
Wait
interview,
is
one
a
second,
hoe.
fam.
For me,
Go ahead, Kenya.
You messy.
Who's messy?
You as a father, like why are you like Nate said, why are you speaking on your daughter's wholeness?
He didn't say she a hoe. He said,
I mean,
But what do it look like?
that's what
You
the
don't have to.
conversation is really about.
y'all,
and then you got a pussy ass host. You got a pussy host and Ryan Clark who ain't gonna ask the real motherfucking questions in depth. Like this don't look like no hoe shit to you as a father or as a man, nigga. Like I would have asked him some real questions.
oh,
Ryan Clark is
you
a
can't ask
dweeb,
no
and
question.
you can't ask
You
him.
can't ask no question. Does this look like whole shit? Stop it.
Why the fuck
yeah,
not?
Man, please, please. That's why I said y'all. All
You
right,
This be the
couldn't be.
problem.
yeah. If
It
I,
be too much fluff and bullshit going on. Ask the
Then
fucking questions.
then that's why he shouldn't just that's why he
Fluffing the
shouldn't ask
ego.
nothing at all about it. If we
yeah,
really can't talk about it.
yeah, I was gonna say
I
the,
think Shannon Sharp might have man, he might have circled around it too, but like, nigga, this don't look a little hoish to you on there. What the fuck? As your child? Any woman?
I think we
yeah,
be having hypersensitivity because to women because if a nigga son was acting crazy, he'd say, "Hey, fam, you see, cuz like, and nobody would say nothing."
Men and
Men
women
and
are
women are equal
different.
No,
though.
Men and women are
no,
nah,
different. So
I just
you,
feel like,
eh,
Lori Harvey is a public figure,
for
and
what?
people would like because this is the thing.
For
He
what?
can
What is she
write
a
things
public
like a
figure
man.
for?
Why
For
is she
dating?
a public figure, Rashad?
I
y'all make
because
it,
she's
Who's
it's
listen.
not even that difficult.
She's a quality looking young woman. That's why. But I think
Rashad,
it's
please? Because
it's
Lori
kind of
Harvey, we don't know her for shit
She
else but being
she is
Steve Harvey's
gorgeous.
Yeah,
daughter and running
we
around
don't even
with
have to.
all the
Yeah,
rappers.
But listen,
right.
I think it's unfair that, like
Oh,
DB said,
brother.
Steve can pimp. He can write think like a man. He can sell y'all books and sell y'all motherfucking
Who?
movies.
Phil?
And y'all going out here in droves. And then as
Women,
soon as he speaks, not in lockstep with quote unquote women empowerment and no embarrassment, now he got to shut the fuck up. He was just talking to y'all this whole time. Y'all just let him talk. Yeah, Steve. Amen. Corner clapping it up.
I've never read that book.
I'm gonna keep it
I couldn't tell
funky.
you what that book's even about. I don't even know
you
Yeah,
what
watched the movie.
I'm gonna keep it funky though.
I was young. I don't even remember it.
If you interviewing me about anything in any regard, and the parameters might be different because I ain't a name out here. You don't know my first last name, whatever. Um, if you start talking about anything related to my personal people and what they got going on, is next question. And if you keep doing that shit, depending on the circumstances, I might slap the shit out of you, or I might just walk out. Stop talking about people close to me if they interview about me.
Not going on no next question at no.
Man, don't ask me shit about nobody, nothing.
That would be a ridiculous interview. He also talked about Cat Williams. I
Man.
think that we be looking at these clips and then we feel the way as far as like you shouldn't talk about it, you shouldn't answer it. We here to talk. If we're here to do anything on the podcast, the most important number one thing we're here to do is talk. And
I
so
got a
if
lot
niggas
to
be on
talk
the
about in
Well,
pod,
regards to how I think of my experience and shit like that. So if I'm on a
But
podcast,
Rashad,
I'm
that
not
doesn't mean
speculating nobody else shit.
everything. That does not mean that
Yeah.
everything is up for discussion. If I tell you on the back end, oh Rashad, what me and my man broke up last week, and then we get in the space, and you be like, yeah, about how your man left you last week. I'm gonna be like, wait, hold on now.
no, so I
If
I agree with it. Like I respect that, right? And I would assume that Ryan would respect that also. Steve Harvey is of the stature and where he can tell niggas beforehand, "Hey fam, don't talk about this shit," right? But there are other journalists, aka Charlemagne, where he's repeatedly said, "Niggas be sending questions and telling me not to talk about it, and I throw the shit away." Because no, nigga, you ain't gonna tell me what I'm saying. So there are two different mindsets out here when it comes to that type of journalism.
Yeah, don't invite me to shit where I gotta start pillow talking or speculating or talking about motherfuckers' business. That is not the place for me as a grown man.
So Nay, you think how she move is whole shit? I just want to be clear. I think she's just a young woman out here dating
How do
and
she move?
seeing what life has to offer.
How's
Not
she
whole.
moving?
She just
I
move
just
a lot. I mean, Lori Harvey doesn't say
what
much.
I
Like
Oh, so she, so
what
she,
what I
you don't hear her speak ever. It's just
what I
so she
what I
dick hopping
saw
too. She just not pregnant, basically, is what y'all saying?
Nasty
mm.
narratives put on
Huh.
this
We were
nice
just,
what
young
I'm just saying,
woman.
what
we were just talking about it. Shit.
She a wholesome young
what I
woman.
saw what I saw was men that were, especially the last two, and Damson and Mike, because they were more. I think they were more out and open, and you see more of them or them together, whatever. It seemed as such as those particular men were. I'm from the outside looking in, right? I'm not in there. I don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Could have all been just a publicity stunt for the outside looking in, right? It looked like those men were happy. They were enjoying themselves and may have wanted to go down paths of next level commitment. Because it was jokes or something about her just leaving those particular men, and it was why, and no answers. I mean, they didn't speak on it from what I saw, but it just seemed as such to me like those guys might have want to pursue something that was next level with her, and nothing came about. And why is that, Steve?
She out here
It's
making
because of all of it is like, oh, she's pictured with, because I think she was pictured with Diddy, and then she was pictured with the son, and then those rumors came, and then it was Damson, and it was Michael, and then wasn't it Future too, where Michael was it?
Future Trey Songs.
Yeah,
Listen, she just
yeah,
out here living her life. She probably just miss her
I don't see
grandma.
how y'all be keeping up with that shit.
miss
I
her
be
Miss that
forgetting
fucking
motherfuckers'
grandma,
grandma,
names.
man. That's
miss
all
her
that
Hey, that
is.
grandma.
reminded me the other day when what's his name, Jaden Daniels, his mama was talking to old girl on the sideline or whatever. I
Taylor Rooks.
Yeah, I got her confused with the chick that got caught talking about she was about to pretend like her employer raped her on ESPN. Oh, I'm sorry, can I say that? I'm sorry, I don't know if I can say that word.
Joy,
Yeah,
Joy
I
Bryant.
made a post like, she protecting her son, but she talking to these types. It's a bit contradictory. Somebody had to come on my post and be like, that ain't the one. So I don't know. I salute y'all for being able to keep up with that
Yeah,
shit,
you
boy.
got to keep
I
up.
got too much going on. I'm gonna keep it.
Listen.
Yeah, I
Well,
got too
because
much going on.
who's
I
Listen.
can't do
Jaden
it.
Daniels?
So
Cannot
what
do it.
I would ask is because DB said that Steve Harvey is a pimp. Crazy. Is he being?
Old
Do you
school.
view it as him being hypocritical, or is he just an old nigga that just might have seen the era of his ways and just evolving?
He was hypocritical before that, but yeah, if you see the error of your ways, you can speak from things from two perspectives versus all this, men that, and this is that. Like that shouldn't be the surface of that shouldn't be all I see if you talking about this shit. So yeah, when you multifaceted like that, you could talk about things from different perspectives and not sound one dimensional unless you have an ulterior motive. which
Yeah, his
that's how he
ulterior
come
motive was
off
collecting the
until he
bag.
talking about his daughter. Until he talking about his daughter and her mistakes.
Hold on, Matt. Go ahead, DB.
No, his ulterior motive was just collecting the bag. That's what he did. Made
Right.
money off of
I
all these
agree.
women.
Yeah.
Even when you go to his daytime talk show, you ever watch that shit? It was distasteful for me to fucking watch. It was like, nigga, what the fuck is you doing, nigga? I thought
I
when
ain't
I
even
look
gonna
at
just
Steve
put it
Harvey
all on
back in the
women.
hold on,
Yeah.
Mac, shut up,
My
nigga.
bad, my bad, my bad.
Damn.
Damn, calm
When I
down.
look back, you talk too much, nigga. Damn.
I do.
When I look back when I look back at Steve Harvey for the '90s, it's like, nigga, you was a smooth cat that was like he was like a cat daddy to me at that after I was a youngin', but still like, nigga, you wasn't this shit, and I mean, I get you evolved, you may have evolved and grew, but I don't know, man. That just distasteful with me. But I landed there. And I ain't like that Cat Williams shit either. Trying to son Cat Williams, like, so goof ass on. Man.
Sometimes a nigga need a
And
good
I
sonning. I ain't gonna hold you. Cat Williams said a lot of fuck shit to him. I appreciated it. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciated that Cat Williams segment. Like I said, Ryan is going through a good run with interviews. It was entertaining for me watching clips. It's difficult for me to watch a whole fucking like interview except for that Young Thug, because that nigga just kept it going. I ain't gonna lie. That shit was
Oh, you
premium
gotta watch that
content.
Dame Dash. You gotta watch that Dame Dash. You didn't watch it.
No, I ain't seen that. I ain't seen the Dame shit yet. But yeah, I I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think him talking about Lori was bad. I think that, like I said, it gave insight and it showed another side of Steve, and maybe where he felt like, I kind of been leading niggas down a different path that I'm in right now. So for me, that was pretty cool to see him acknowledging that he has recognized her making mistakes in the dating world, but allowing her to be her own woman and grow. I don't see what the hell Kenya talking about, Orne saying that he shouldn't have said that. I think that as a father, we're not going to agree with our kids' decisions all the time. And I don't think that it's necessarily bad to speak on it and just be like, hey, I would have did something different, or they have learned and they're moving in another direction, and allow them to grow. That's positive parenting to me. I'm not gonna hold you. Y'all is crazy. Listen, I'm here. I appreciate y'all here. It's 12:55, fists in the air. Repost to space, repost to space, repost to space. Follow the host, follow the co-host. Another episode of things of that nature, man. The Patreon is in the jumbo. We got a free tier. We got a $5 tier. We got a $10 tier. The podcast is coming next Friday, which is September 26th. September 26th. September 26th, man. Quality content. The first episode is going to be one of those ones. I guarantee it. Go ahead and subscribe to the Patreon. We gonna get to it. I want to get to this next topic. Sweetie, she was on the radio station and she was talking about opportunities in music and entertainment, and she used a term that I never heard before. She said pretty punishment. Sweetie says she suffers from pretty punishment. She said she was scrolling TikTok one day and she seen a girl post a picture about this, and she said, "You know what? This fits my life as well." Thought it was pretty rich, not gonna lie, but I wanted to know specifically how Kenya felt about the pretty punishment, and is this a real thing? Is it not a real thing? Is this coping? How did you feel about it? Pretty punishment. Stop it. I ain't gonna hold you. Kenya, go ahead, Matt. Kenya being a mom.
yeah. As far as I don't know what pretty punishment means, but I can speak on pretty privilege, and I can
No,
say
this is
like
the
what.
opposit. The opposite
No,
of
I got okay. But
you
what I'm saying gonna
being.
tie into it though.
So she was saying that opportunities in music or just in entertainment, people are envious of her because she looks um aesthetically pleasing. And so doors that would normally be opened for her are closed because of jealousy. I thought that was rich. I never heard that before. I never heard anybody say that before. And so I thought it was
Uh,
pretty rich coming from Sweetie.
yeah. So I'm gonna just say this. When you talk about that, when you said pretty privilege is the opposite. So anytime I've ever been talking about anything pretty privilege related around a group and women are in that group, the women that have no idea what I'm talking about usually ain't the ones that's as pretty, in my opinion, honestly speaking. So in this scenario, if you dealing with something and it's the opposite, maybe you look with, do you look like everybody else, or are you this pretty person that stands out in these rooms you're supposed to be not getting these opportunities in? I just feel like I don't really, like when I look at her, a lot of people look like that. That ain't, like I'm not seeing that in person and it's like, oh, that's sweet. Like maybe some people are, but I would say look within and ask if that's really what it is, or
No, Sweetie's
you
a
got a
nice
different
looking young
issue.
woman. Not gonna hold you. Very, very
Okay.
quality looking young woman.
All right.
I think that this was a level of cope though because she just don't make good music, and I think that it was odd for her to speak about it because I think for the most part we just accept her as a public figure who uh, a- um works with different companies, advertise, you know, skincare, all that type of stuff. I think people are more accepting of her walking in those lanes. I think she tries very hard at music, and her music isn't just, it's not good. Every song that she puts out is like of a remix. It's rarely an original beat. And so it was like, are you doing a self assessment of what's actually going on, or are you just finding things to validate how you feel? I think her saying that she was on TikTok and scrolling and found a video that some random person across the world made, and now she's taking that video and applying it to her life. I think we do that a lot. And so when we be talking about these impressionable conversations, it be shit like that. And where not just for her, but niggas too, and where something is going on in our life and we're looking for a level of validation from somebody or somewhere. And so
But
scrolling TikTok, oh shit, I feel like this too. Oh yeah, this me. It's like, that's not even a thing. It's really not a thing. I can't imagine it. Obviously there's going to be people that are haters. There're going to be people who don't like you, don't want to
Ain't
see you
nobody hating on
grow.
Sweetie.
But it's
Sweetie
not a
sucks.
situation in where, it's an epidemic of niggas just shitting on you because you look good. Stop it.
so me and you are kind of agreeing because it still comes back to internal and you being what you think you are instead of just thinking something being taken away because of whatever. So me and you really saying the same thing.
Go ahead, Kenya.
But what is that implying? Is that to say like all the women that are successful that they're ugly? Like what are you trying to get at?
I didn't even see it. Leave it to a woman to have a deeper dive. I didn't even look at it like that.
Because I would be very offended. I don't know who she was really. I don't know. I mean, there's rumors of her, fucking people's mans and stuff. Maybe that's really what's going on. Is your behavior on the back end? Sweetie is pretty, but like, she not like. Not enough for her to think that that is like stopping her success overall because there are women in high places that just don't want to see her win. That's like crazy. I don't even know what Sweetie like charts. Like Sweetie doesn't. I liked one Sweetie song. What was that song?
My type.
That
I
one
knew you
and
were
the
going to say that
most
one.
more recently, what was it? The Rich Tivities.
Festivities.
Yes. I liked that,
That's
but
our shit.
that's all she got going on. Sweetie don't make no good music.
Festivities
E-
was that
even
shit.
And she
I
didn't even
don't know.
specify. She didn't specify whether it was men or women that was quote unquote holding her back. She just, to me, maybe I missed it. She just said in general, like people. So it included men that would be like, "Nah, I ain't fucking with you because you look too good." That's what it sounded like, and where there's just an epidemic of people, both genders, that don't want to see pretty women do well. And it's like, this shit is the dumbest shit I ever heard.
Yeah, even if you want to take the pretty aspect of it, depending on what rooms you're in or what people you're around, some of us, or some people, I should say, are just used to seeing pretty people. So that ain't like, oh shit, she's pretty. I got to do this and that. Some people are just used to it, or they see it and it's not like a everything got to stop because somebody pretty. So I mean, that's also something to look at when you talk about that.
It is an internal. I think there is a back and forth, kind of uh jealousy aspect, which she talked about, which could be true, but I don't think that that would be all encompassing to why she is at where she's at in her musical career. And I think that that was the overall message. And what she was trying to say is my music is where it's at because I look too good. And I was like, wow, that is a very, very bold take from Sweetie when we talk about just music in general, because I would think that she is very successful outside of music when it comes to, like I said, advertisement and shit like that. But when we do look at her music, it's not that quality. Um, it's not that quality. And then the aspect of what Kenya said as far as what you trying to say? All the women that are successful are ugly? I never even thought about that, but I kind of get that point of view as well, especially somebody who doesn't necessarily know her and they hear these comments. It's like, what you mean, dog? What you trying to say? Are you saying something personally to somebody? And to another point, you reap what you sow. Cardi B was just talking to Kelly Rowland, and she was saying that she was bigging up rap women in the industry, and they turned around and slept with her man. We know she was talking about Sweetie. So that's another aspect of burning bridges, doing foul shit on the back end. And then now when things don't happen for you like you want them to happen, you scroll in TikTok to find validation from random niggas across the world so that you can feel better about yourself. And we see that a lot. And to me, it spoke to um, a lack of accountability. I'm not going to hold you. I was confused listening to that whole clip. Ain't gonna lie.
Damn, I ain't know about the Cardi B shit, and that's actually a good point because if you do some foul shit to somebody, you don't know if they homies, in control of your next big whatever, and you just did some goofy shit for what? So
Yeah, Cardi B is still Cardi B out here in these streets. So I would think that she would have a level of pull, especially in the female rap community, and where if you fuck my husband,
And that has nothing, right? It has nothing to do with your looks. If you're over here being a female Drake, okay, for a female rap, like, yeah, it's your behavior, babe.
yeah, I think that's it. AK-47, what's the word? How you feeling?
Happy Thursday. Hello, hello, good people. I'm feeling amazing. Thank you for asking. So, based on your topic, I do believe it's, I mean, I believe that women are jealous of Sweetie, but I don't believe that it's just because of her music. Her music, at first, when it first came out, like when she did that, I forget the name of the song that was Can't Stop Something Get Hot. That song right there,
Yeah.
that was really cute. But then everything else has been very lackluster, including her performances. And she just has a beautiful face. Like, girl, you have pretty privilege, but you're not doing anything with it. Like the freestyles, I just feel like she thinks that her prettiness is supposed to. It got her in the door, but it's not. It hasn't kept her there. So, and she has to admit that, girl, I know you feel like you've been doing your best, but you really haven't. You really haven't been doing what Lotto's been doing. Even though people talk shit about Lotto, Lotto still put out her music. Other artists, JT still put out her music. I can't call out all the girls, but they still try. And when's the last time she put something out? I don't think it's pretty privilege. I think it's lackluster behavior.
No, she said pretty punishment. Do you think that that's
Oh,
actually a thing?
yes. Yes. I do believe that.
Ah,
I do. I'm only saying it because I mean, I feel like I'm conventionally attractive, but I've been put in positions where, oh, it's because you're pretty that I don't get something. Or I recently was on a job with some white people, and the girls, it was a lot of jealousy in the room. So I'm not gonna say that it can't happen. There is pretty punishment, but
but
she
I
can't
think
be
that
blamed
there
on that.
is there is a lot of times what we do is there be situational things that happen to us or somebody that we've seen or we heard it about it. And so the only way that we can process it is to categorize it and to give it a name and to give it a narrative when Are there haters out here? Are there people who don't like you? Are there people who out here who don't want to see you win? Of course. Do
Yes.
we have to name that a pretty punishment and make it a thing? Because I think that's it's the more and more, especially by the end of this year, you're going to hear pretty punishment so much now,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
so
I don't think it should be an excuse.
yeah, it's not a thing. Like there is just things that happen to all of us, but we don't have to make it this thing. And we damn sure, in my opinion, as grown adults, scrolling TikTok and seeing what people are saying that closely validates us. It's like when somebody go through a breakup and now they posting all of Instagram memes and shit like that. It's like, fam, you just scroll and looking for validation. But a lot of times this shit just don't be a thing for real. It's just, makes us feel better.
I can absolutely understand it. I never heard of pretty punishment prior to Sweetie saying it. I honestly believe like when she first came out, she was hot, and there have been other women who have come behind her, and she feel like she's not getting the recognition she deserves, but she needs to put in more work.
But because the truth is, she's only hot because she's pretty.
Yeah, I do agree with that
So
because she's
like,
fine. As she look, we look at her all the time. She look good.
where are we at, and where if we just take a step back, you're only quote unquote on because you look good, because you can't rap, right? And
Right,
that's not an indictment on who she is as a person. Everybody
right,
can't rap, but sweetie, you
right.
can't rap, and you're only on because we like what you look like. So I would think, understand that, but then turn around and say there's a level of punishment that also goes along with that. You speaking out both sides of your mouth. That was how I took it.
Also,
Oh.
yeah, even in the example that I think that's AK-47 speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Sweetie said she was losing something in whatever I don't even remember the phrase no more. Petty punishment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like in your example, I might have missed it, but were you technically losing anything other than those people being jealous?
What do you mean?
So when you said your
The
situation of where
example you
you,
gave when you said you were,
Okay. Yeah, I lost. Yeah, I did lose big time. I was like, what the fuck? I was angry, but yeah, no, it doesn't correlate. I was trying to gain some understanding to try to see it from her perspective. Like, okay, she's a beautiful woman. I too am a beautiful woman. I face a lot of backlash because of my beauty, but I have a strong personality, like a very strong personality. So I get
got
it, but it was just me trying to see it from her perspective on why would she call it pretty punishment, because yes, it is her beauty that has gotten her in the door, and she's felt like she's been stagnant or stifling in the music industry for quite some time now. I still play her old stuff like Can't Stop, Get Guap. That song right there is like, that boosts my confidence. Like, that's pretty bitch music. I appreciate it. She needs to just stick to a category and stop. Like I heard in I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and it was saying like basically she needs to be the orchestra. Stop looking at the audience and what they want, and just put her shit out and just do what she wants to do. I don't feel like she's learned to unapologetically be herself, and now she's blaming it on this category.
it.
some artists.
I can
Uh,
agree with that, but she really should just go model. But I mean, she should not give a damn what people are
Yeah,
gonna say, simply because she sucks. So people aren't gonna say
yeah.
much good. So
Hate when y'all
Just put it
say
yeah,
out.
that.
just put it out and don't care at
Yeah.
Everybody,
that
hold on.
point.
Everybody cares what other people think. Like we get to a space in where, like, I guess because we feel like
Hmm.
niggas got money or something, and so they shouldn't care because you're rich or you. Everybody cares. I think with Chance, that was a segment that we had last week, and where Chance was saying the same thing. He was like, the reality is all artists care what the fans are saying. All artists need validation, and they want validation, because if we didn't, we wouldn't be standing on the goddamn stage wanting y'all to scream and sing our lyrics and shit like that if we didn't want y'all validation.
Rashad, that's true. But in Sweetie's case, she cannot be looking towards. First of all, she feel like if she feel like women are jealous of her, then she shouldn't even. She should just put her shit out. Like, she is making. I feel like she's playing a victim. You know what I mean? Just put your shit out. Just like, why are you thinking about what other people are gonna say about you? I get it, Rashad. We do, but just put your shit out. Like, girl, who cares? Just pop your music. Maybe once you start giving that air of unapologetically, it's like, bitch, I don't care what you think about me. I'm gonna put it out anyway. Then people be like, look at Sweetie. She put her stuff out. She don't even care. She still put her music out, but you don't even have no music to speak for what you're talking about with Pretty Punishment. Where's the follow up album? Where's the
Well,
follow up
bitch,
single?
how does bitch? So when bitches stop being jealous of her, how is that gonna make her music sound any better?
Thank,
I
thank you.
didn't. It doesn't necessarily. I'm saying
Art,
that she should still put it out, regardless if bitches are jealous of her or not. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. Let her. She should just put it out. Stop caring what people think.
some yeah, some artists just need to accept that they only sound good when we drunk or high. Have y'all ever saved a song that night and then woke up the next day like, what the fuck was I listening to? She could
Yeah,
possibly fall under that category, unfortunately. Like, you might only sound good when I'm drunk or high, and that's okay. There's a purpose for
I like
everything.
her. I have to. I like a couple, like one of her albums, her freestyle that she put out. But other than that, I haven't really been checked. I like her older music, like when she was talking her shit when she was in college and she was doing things for her mama, and like she was just. It's a Icy Girl, that album. She hasn't put nothing out like Icy Girl in a little minute. Like, girl, you was pop when she that was when you first came out, and then if you go to that album and look at all her other albums, it seemed like her going through those relationships, maybe that relationship with the dude that she was talking to, Quavo. I don't know, her taking that picture with Lil Baby, her sleeping with Offset. Like, I think it's a multitude of other things that have made women look at her differently besides her music.
Bella Bundy, very, very nasty comment. She said, no, we suffer from listening to her music. Nasty. Audra said, hate to kick Sweetie's back in because I love a beautiful Cali baddie, but she's full of shit. Her last singles have
Uh-oh.
been ass. I've been waiting for her to get back to the pretty bitch music, Sweetie. She got to get back
Yes.
in the lab. So
Heard.
the girlies is tapped in with Sweetie. Okay, listen.
We
I want her to succeed. I would much rather her see her model. I don't want to hear nothing that she's saying on a track. Not gonna hold you. It's none of my business anyway. I think I'm about to just start taking up the mall route and where yeah, the women bars that's not for me. I just might just shut my mouth on it. I'm not gonna hold you. Her music has never been my cup of tea. I think it would be unfair to critique. I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, AK. Then we go on to the next one.
no, go ahead about what.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
I didn't mean to raise my hand.
Okay,
I
bet.
didn't mean to.
Speaking of punishment, my guy Jimmy Kimmel. They trying to cancel Jimmy Kimmel. These Republicans, the right, anti-woke crowd that is all about free speech and the Constitution is canceling Jimmy Kimmel right before our eyes, and it's a very, very, very slippery slope, in my opinion. Jimmy Kimmel was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, his show that he hosts, and he made a joke pertaining to the Charlie Kirk situation, but it wasn't about Charlie Kirk. It was about how dismissive Donald Trump was to Charlie Kirk. Right? They asked Donald Trump on the White House lawn, how is he holding up after Charlie Kirk was killed? Donald Trump said, yeah, everything's good. But do you see those trucks over there? Yeah, we about to remodel the White House, something that hasn't happened in 100 years. And so that's the joke that Jimmy Kimmel made about quote unquote Charlie Kirk. After that episode, he was suspended indefinitely from Jimmy Kimmel Live. Also tonight, Sinclair's, I don't know if you guys know Sinclair Inc., but all your local ABC, CBS, CW, they are under Sinclair's, right? And so they own, it's $1 billion company. Sinclair's, the CEO, put out a statement and says not only does Jimmy Kimmel have to apologize, Jimmy Kimmel has to make a significant donation to Turning Point USA, which is the company that Charlie Kirk founded, and he has to make a donation to Sinclair's as well. This shit is unreal. I never seen nothing like it. Donald Trump also went on his social media website, I forgot what it's called, and he also said that he wants Stephen Colbert out of there, and he wanted 2 other late night people out of there, and he signed it, "Your President, DT," right? And where the Republicans are, it's a full on attack on free speech, something that they were so against when the shoe was on the other foot. Wanted to know how y'all felt about this shit. Is this a slippery slope? Where the fuck do we go from here? Because I told y'all last week, they trying to push us closer and closer to Civil War, and this is the goddamn start of it. Go ahead, AK. Then we got Mac. And then
Mac was
whoever else
first.
raise their hand.
Mac was first.
Okay, go ahead. Well, we got ladies over here. It's ladies first. Go ahead,
Okay.
AK.
Okay, I appreciate you. So that's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. There is no way that Jimmy Kimmel should be canceled because of his free speech off of a joke that came from President Trump. And I don't agree with that. A personal, meaningful donation. Oh, you got me fucked up. I have to take out my money. Jimmy Kimmel has said more egregious things, more shocking things. I don't think that this is appropriate.
Yeah, the notion that I have to pay the network and I
Yeah.
have to pay Turning Point, I've never
Yeah.
heard of no shit like that in my life. Like, what the fuck?
Me either. Me either.
Yeah, that's
That's why I'm like,
nasty.
that's bullshit. Yeah, nasty
Go
work.
ahead, Matt.
Oh yeah, I can sum this one up quick. Anytime, anytime that anybody I've ever seen where their personality is like their political stance of choice or whatever, and that's like all you see and hear, they believe that shit to the core until they don't, or until something in real life happened the opposite, and now you hear all the excuses and the, oh no, what is this? So when you hear people talking about free speech, they're talking about that in the context of somebody said something I like, and they should be allowed to say it louder. When they start doing this, it's the opposite. They forget about the free speech, and it's, oh, you're kneeling while we're doing this, so no, you don't get free speech, and blah, blah, blah. It's the same shit. It's the same shit painted in a different way. So that's how I look at it. These people that are, whenever you see them only talking about politics and that's all their personality is, I run. And I don't care what side it is. I just don't, we're not
Yeah, because
engaging,
these are the
or I'm gonna intellectually kill you, and then you won't want to talk to me
These are the
anymore.
same
So
people who said, keep politics out of football with Colin Kaepernick, and then damn near the whole NFL had a Charlie Kirk tribute this weekend. So it is a lot of double talk, and that's why,
not,
I wanted to talk to Hotep about this, because when we had this conversation about Republican versus Democrats last week, and Rasheem was up here as well, and me and Rasheem are on the side of, we get that both of these motherfuckers is on some fuck shit. We do live in America and where there's a 2-party system, but optically, right? Even before we go into legislation, even before we go into party lines and morality and shit like that, optically, you got this double talk of where it's clearly we don't fuck with black folks, and we don't fuck with anything that, is going against us, and we're going to hurt your pockets, and we are going to erase you. And so I don't get why anybody would want to align. And so it was very difficult to receive that message from what Hotep was saying last week, because it's like, if you see this type of shit, then turn around and say, well, so what, still go fuck with them. That's difficult for me to receive. Go ahead, Rasheem.
well, can I say
Hold
something
on,
real
wait, Mac.
quick,
Let
real
Rasheem
quick?
go
You got to
real
get it
quick,
right.
because he had his hand up.
Okay.
Go ahead, Rasheem.
Okay.
Yeah, what's the
What's
word,
the
y'all?
word? How you
I'll be
feeling?
quick too. Doing pretty good, man. Doing pretty good. And I will say real quick to the hotel point, because I had to play back that I played back that episode the other day, and I would say I'll shoot him some bail because I get what he was saying. He's not saying that we should just side with Republicans, but using it as leverage so the Democrats can kind of wake up. But even still, right? Like, even if they were to do that, that's still too much time wasted, right? Because I can't wait another 4 years to just get nothing done. And on top of that, I just don't want to give them more of my time and attention that they don't deserve, right? And I think it kind of ties into this now, to pay back what, you were saying and what Mac was saying and all of that stuff. Yeah, it's all hypocrisy. And, I can't fuck with them hardcore right wingers. I can't really mess with these double-minded people who swear that outright, who swear that, are so holier than now, things of that nature. It's all hypocrisy, and I can't really stand it, right? Like, to your point, they only want us to agree with what they want to agree with, and you can't one minute uphold the Constitution, right, and 1 minute talk about things that just doesn't uphold the Constitution, right? Like that Jimmy Kimmel thing really really had me tight. Like it low-key bothered me all night because I'm saying like if he gets canceled for saying something that's so minuscule, then it's like what direction are we really going in as a nation? You know what I'm saying? If I was Jimmy Kimmel, I'll quit. Ain't no way I'm gonna contribute to that turning point or whatever that you want to do. Just get my job back. Ain't no way. So I'd rather stand on something. He made enough money as is. I'm not checking his pockets. I'm sure he made enough money where he could sustain and retire and whatnot and go about his life. But yeah, but to wrap up what I'm saying, I really yeah, like, yeah, I hate this whole MAGA movement. I hate what they're trying to stand for. Again, Charlie Kirk's death is sad, but I don't really uphold what he stood for. And if this is what they want us to just do, just kind of agree with them and kind of slide down and go with their beliefs, then I think we're going to have a real problem in the next few years.
Yeah, I think it's difficult to he's in a difficult position because quitting is doing exactly what they want you to do. We want you out of here, nigga. And so go ahead and quit. That's why, we talked about I don't think we talked about it. Somebody talked about it, which what I heard as far as when it comes to like contracts. Mark Lamont Hill, we talking about contracts on networks in where they will intentionally lowball you and say this all we got for you, knowing that you want more money so that your ass to quit. So like I think that this is just another instance of we want you to quit. And then even if you don't quit, right, we're still going to make it tough for you. And we're going to make you swallow your pride. And we're going to make you eat crow. And we're going to parade your ass out here as another motherfucker who done told the line. And I think that as a man, right, is a tough space to be in, dog. Because white or black, we got pride. And we got ego. And you didn't put this shit out here out to the world and making me, look like a jackass and either I toe the line or throw my goddamn career away. That's fucked up. Go ahead, Mac.
Yeah, nah, I was just gonna make a quick comment. You had mentioned the NFL teams. I'm gonna need you to rephrase that because my Baltimore Ravens ain't do no moment for nothing. We ain't do no moment for nothing, and we dropped 42 or 41. We dropped 40. Shit.
Yeah, it was most of them, in which I thought that, the Air Force Two shit, the goddamn NFL. This nigga was a podcaster. Like I really don't understand it. But I don't want to get too far in the weeds. I did want to stick to just y'all first thoughts on goddamn Jimmy Kimmel being canceled, having to pay this fee or this fine, and being suspended indefinitely. Go ahead, Pixie. What's the word? How you feeling? Then we got Kev.
What's up? Good afternoon. And I'm feeling good. Except fascism is on the fucking rise and I can't stand it. I fucking can't stand it. I'm going to call a spade a spade. I feel like everybody's acting real scary and doesn't want to call it what it is. I really hate that people don't crack open history books and don't see that this is a repeated thing that has happened in many of times. Maybe it's just because, like, I don't know, like I come from, like my background, I'm Dominican. So we had a dictator I don't know what, 50, 60 years ago. So I know what a dictatorship looks like. I know what it looks like afterwards. And I know how it basically, to the point that it wasn't until maybe 20 years ago that my country was considered, a third world country because of that. So when I see things like that, especially, something as simple as like, it's a late night talk show. And of course, late night talk shows kind of like, they lean on politics as jokes, right? To kind of go ahead and silence someone, not only silence one, but basically you're saying, oh, you're disguising it as, oh, you have to donate to this. No, you're making them pay a fine. You're making them pay a fine to a specific organization that goes along with this political agenda. It's nasty because when BLM was happening and all these things would happen, that wasn't a thing. Nobody has ever said, oh, the NAACP never said, oh, you got to find these people for doing that kind of stuff, for doing these kind of actions. The fact that this guy has Charlie Kirk has a whole fucking day dedicated to him because it's his birthday and it's supposed to be a national holiday is disgusting. Disgusting anyway about it. I understand that, he was a human and he was lost and it was done in a very, very disgusting way, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to go ahead and sit here, especially when you're going ahead and there's these ridiculous ass people online putting Martin Luther King, Malcolm X next to Charlie Kirk. Are you on crack? They have to be. It's ridiculous.
And Jesus.
Yeah, they put good old Jesus on there too. Listen, man.
Good old Jesus too, man. Jesus
Nasty.
Christ.
But hold on, wait. Let me read these two comments from J.R. Spliff. He said, hoping someone on stage said this or had said this. This situation, unlike the others, it's being compared to is an actual free speech infringement because the FCC, the government, threatened ABC over Kimmel's comments. Also wanted to read Bella Bundy. She said, I think we should all mind our black-owned business when it comes to Charlie. No need for empathy. He didn't believe in it. I don't think that this is about Charlie, though. This is about the government taking liberties.
Rashad, this is about those people. Say who it is.
The small hats?
Yes.
This is not about the goddamn Jews. Listen, I think that this is a slippery slope because
Small hats is
we
crazy.
are going to, we're going to be, I mean, if you could do this to Jimmy Kimmel, right? You can do this to anybody. This is not just
For
like,
real, Jimmy Kimmel has been on air for so long, and just this one simple thing over a Charlie Kirk, like my rage about Charlie Kirk comes from why is he in? Why we have him on a? Why does society have him on a pedestal? He said the most egregious things. Why is he? Why is there a spotlight on him right now? Why is it just another day
because
on
it's
Earth?
a,
Like,
another
Exactly.
racist
And then
white
I
man.
hate
But hold on, wait,
and I
let me read this from Donald Trump, what he said on his social media shit. He said, great news for America. The ratings challenge Jimmy Kimmel's show is canceled. Congratulations to ABC for finally having the courage to do what had to be done. Kimmel has zero talent and worse ratings than even Colbert, if that's possible. That leaves Jimmy and Seth two total losers on fake news NBC. Their ratings are horrible. Do it, NBC. So he was calling out Seth Rollins and Jimmy Fallon and basically directing NBC to fire these men because they have a difference in opinion.
you breaking up, Rashad, after
Oh
fire. We
my
don't
bad.
hear you.
He's calling for these networks to fire Jimmy Fallon and Seth Rollins because they have no. Is it Seth Rollins? Seth Meyers, my bad. Seth Rollins is a wrestler.
the
Yeah.
wrestler.
But he's calling for these networks to fire these two men because they have a difference in opinion. And so that's why I said it's not about black business because this has a trickle down effect and it will affect us significantly because our folks probably aren't going to have the notoriety and the fame and the finances and the visibility as a Jimmy Kimmel, right? And where somebody just said, Jimmy Kimmel made a lot of money. Jimmy Kimmel probably made a lot of money, right? But when this trickles down to the black content creator or the black guy that's on, a national television network and first got a job, like when it trickles down to us, that's how we see it. And so I don't think we can just brush it off and say, that's white people business. I think that's a slippery slope. Go ahead, Kev. What's the word? How you feeling?
Yeah, man. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
Another day, got to get to it.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, this is slippery slope for sure, man. With this Jimmy Kimmel situation, to have a difference of opinion, then to get fired from your job for it, then to say donate money to Turning Point USA, who just made like 80 something million like a year ago, or like 2023, something like that. It's just all kind of weird. It's fishy. Like I said, I definitely don't agree with it. But I think Jimmy Kimmel should go to YouTube or some different platform and just take his show elsewhere. He already has a brand. I mean, me personally, I wouldn't give a damn about any big, big corporation in today's time. Even though they're trying to spill over into YouTube and all these smaller platforms and X and all that. But I mean, personally, man, I would just take my brand elsewhere. your true fans are gonna follow. So I mean, I wouldn't care if I was Jimmy Kimmel. I wouldn't donate no money. I would shake and do my own shit.
Yeah, from a selfish point of
That's
view,
smart.
I
I
can
didn't think
understand
about
that.
that.
But it whether Jimmy Kimmel take his ball and go home or not, they are setting the groundwork for toe the goddamn line or you out of here. And so the more people who have the I think selfish is not the right word because I don't think he's selfish, or people who want to, start their own network. I don't think that it's selfish, but the more people who have that individualistic mindset of, fuck you, I'm gonna just do my own shit. That is just gonna leave more space for them to get the people that they actually want in there. And then once they're in, they're in. We see what happened with the
But people not gonna
goddamn
listen to him though.
Supreme Court. Once these motherfuckers is in, they're in, and we're seeing this in the political sphere more and more, and where we gonna put you in compromising situations, and where you're going to have to make a decision, and then either way we gonna win. And so that's what. And I seen Shannon and Ocho, they were having a conversation about it last night because both of them were surprised. But with Shannon, he said, our generation, we don't look at it as serious because we've always had freedoms and we've always had rights, right? So them quote unquote taking it away ain't that serious, but the generations before us, when they didn't have it and then they finally got it, the thought or the action of taking it away really meant something. To us, we just be like, all right, whatever. And we see that a lot in a lot of different situations, and where I don't think we should be viewing it like that, because there was a point in where we couldn't do this shit.
Mm. I mean, I don't, I guess, please get out and vote, next election, but we got 3 more years of that.
Rock the vote.
Um,
Participate in your local elections as well. They're going on right now.
yes, I mean, do that, but I don't, I,
I would like to know who was on that island before I
Hold
start
on. Wait,
saying
let her
who I
go.
want to
Let her
vote
go. Go
for.
ahead, Kenya.
I just, I don't, it's like, I really wonder, like, honestly, what can be done? Because, yes, I mean, we could say vote, 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 but I mean, the people voted for this. So it's like, what can you really do if this seems to be the change the people want to see?
It
Like,
seems as if this,
sadly enough.
honestly, Kenya, it seems as if this situation with Charlie Kirk is putting white power back in power in their own way. They want to uh, go with their agenda that's
Fake
already
power.
there.
Yeah, I think, and then we're gonna
Fake
get to
power. They ain't
Pixie.
got it.
I
I
mean,
think that,
it's right. I agree, but I mean, the slogan was literally "Make America Great Again."
Right.
yeah, they put us. This situation has obviously re-energized, reinvigorated the right. Right, these niggas are galvanized behind this situation. They have made him a martyr. They are putting him on shit like, laughing at it or not, but they're really putting this nigga on shirts and digital goddamn ads with Martin Luther King and Jesus and goddamn Gandhi and Malcolm X. Like, this is their, Malcolm X moment. This is their Martin Luther King moment. And they are
Mm.
galvanized. And if there isn't anything to combat that from the opposing political party, we are down a long road. Because I do think that Trump is setting foundation gradually, because believe it or not, the nigga got 3 more years. And so the more and more that these things happen, if y'all believe Trump not gonna try to finagle a way to get a third term, I don't know what to tell you. And that's why I think we can't just sit on our hands and act like, this shit ain't none of our business. This nigga's gonna try to get a third term. And once you open that door, you can't go back from it. Go ahead, Pixie.
So Kenya, I want to go ahead, not like to get at you or anything like that, because it's not. It's I just want to correct the word. We didn't vote for him. There is concrete evidence that is actually being pursued that Rhode Island, for example, specifically Rhode Island, had basically the votes were basically messed with, and that is something that's being lobbied actively,
There's five
actively.
people in Rhode Island, Pixie.
No, but that doesn't matter. The fact that it is, if it shows any kind of proof of tampering, it literally goes ahead and defunks the entire thing. So that I just want to clarify that we did not go ahead and do that. There's also, he has blatantly said it with along with Elon in much less words, like about how he has finessed or how he finessed it. So that is something I want to clarify. I really don't want to go ahead and pin, especially within our country, the fact is like, oh, well, we didn't, people voted for him, this, that, and the third, when in reality, it's, these big conglomerates that really went ahead and stuck their fingers where they weren't supposed to stick their fingers in. And it's ridiculous. And they, they do it in convoluted ways with super PACs and all that kind of stuff. I know I'm getting a little political here, but they just, in general, that's something that they do, but they specifically said it on record many of times. And then on top of that, they also, there's something that's being lobbied and it's being pushed for. So I wanted to clarify that. I just think also it's just sincerely unconstitutional. And I feel like if you are a true American and you truly do believe in what the Constitution and what it is to be an American, you should be absolutely repulsed by this. No matter what, no matter if it's black, white, whatever the case is, you should be repulsed by this. You should care about this. I find it repulsing when people don't care enough about these things because it affects everyone. It's disgusting. I know what fascism brings and it's disgusting. And it's a slow roll, like Rashad was saying. It's been a slow roll for some time now, but it's definitely, it's happening. And people are just allowing it to happen. Somebody in the comments said, what are ways that we can go ahead and stop this? I'll plug the video that I found on TikTok or whatever, which is supporting, bigger corporations that support DEI hires. That is a good way. There's other ways, to go about it, not going ahead, making sure that our money is collected where we can collect it. That is a good way. There's also grassroots campaigns that are actively working on this. Of course, voting like, the people on stage have mentioned in your local, communities, that helps as well. But, to go further than that, those are ways.
Real, what's the word? How you feeling today? Right, watch Real with the delay.
There go Rashad clocking my shit, man. Damn.
What's the word, fam? You alright?
I'm alright, man. Rashad, you know what I know about you, Rashad? You let a nigga come up here and talk 10 minutes, but he only got 5 seconds to get on the mic and talking shit, though.
Hey, that's a good observation.
Nigga come here and talk all day. He just got to do it in 10 seconds, please. Nah, I'm alright, man. I think I agree with everybody, man. Y'all all right, man. This shit dangerous, man. This shit dangerous, man. You got to be able to say what you got to say, man. You know what I'm saying? Comparing him to any of our greats, our ancestors is egregious. It's a disrespectful. It's distasteful. I don't want to see that shit. But to be honest, I don't be in white people's business though. This really ain't none of my business. Like, white person got popped. I don't be having white sympathy. So it's like, I don't have no white sympathy. Whatever happens, y'all, hey man, hey, look,
But
we all right.
what happens when it starts affecting black people?
Then I have to whoop your ass and I have to hold us accountable. And that's the thing. We have to hold this is why the village is important. So we can hold each other accountable and somebody like you can let me know, like, yo, man, ain't no bullshit over there. And I be on point and let my people know, like, all right, look, they over there doing this, that, and the third. We got to gear up and, ramp ourselves up and do our own thing. You know what I'm saying? We have to mind our business, Rashad. We have so much to figure out with ourselves. White people are going to white people, bro. They're going to
But
do that.
wouldn't it be most beneficial, right? Um, Black, white, or indifferent,
hmm
if I see these niggas driving into a big ass pothole in the road, I'ma take notes and make sure that I do what's necessary to not to make that same mistake.
Of
Right.
course.
And so with this, it's a situation of it don't matter necessarily that it is Jimmy Kimmel. I think that the story is big because of who he is and his stature in late night TV. But outside of that, there is an attack on our liberties and freedoms based on political ideology.
Yeah, but
And
Rashad's
so that
always
is
been like that.
inherently going to affect us because we play a big part and we have big voices as well in the political sphere, in the entertainment sphere,
Yeah,
right?
but
And just speaking in general. So what happens when they say, you know what? Get Joe Budden off Patreon. And nigga said something about Charlie Kirk. And then
Rashad,
Patreon delete his account.
they've been
Right? So
doing this,
like what
Rashad.
happens when those that now niggas want to jump to in
I will riot for
do
him.
something proact I
I,
mean
I I will
reactively.
come out into the streets if they do that.
Yeah,
Rashad,
but
they've
like
been
that would
doing
be a
this,
situation
Rashad.
now that happens now you want to react instead of being proactive.
Rashad, we never had equality,
Speak Joe
sir.
Budden on air.
You see what I'm? We never had equality, so I mean, this stuff been happening. It's just happening to him. You know what I'm saying? Again, it's happening to a white person, and then we all up in it. This been happening to us. Everything that happens to everybody else already been happening to us. So it's like we've been telling you all this. That's why we always on the right side of history. We already knew this. This is why they can put him next to a Martin and Malcolm. We've been seeing somebody get popped in front of everybody. This been happening for. This ain't nothing new, bro. So we just have to be more on point, more on guard. We have to this is why it's important for us to work economically. That's what Hotep be saying. It's important for us to stick together, have our own shit, working towards that. And if we can't work towards having our own shit, the least we can do is work towards unity. We have to work towards sticking together, sticking with our grassroots leaders, sticking with the podcast like this. You know what I'm saying? Like Kev on stage had a streaming platform. He just talked about why it failed and the lack of support and things like that. We have to support each other. We already know what they're going to do to us. If we rise up to a certain level, they're going to chop us down at the knees. We already know this historically. So the best thing for us to do is mind our business and stick together, unify as much as possible so we can create our own platforms and have our own economic independence. That's what Hotep be saying. We need our own shit because this been happening. It's gonna happen again another 5 to 10 years. Man, ain't nothing new under the sun, man. That's it.
Listen, hey, I agree. Support the content creators. Patreon is in the jumbo. Support the content creators and their platforms. Patreon is in the jumbo. Go ahead, Pixie D Kev.
Rel, I get where your point is regarding putting our money where our mouth is, basically. I 100% agree with that. But to say that something like, for example, Kimmel being silenced and the way he is not our business, it's beyond it. Like, you got to think broader than that. That's like, Rashad's point was like, if I see a pothole on the road and I see somebody about to do it, regardless if he was a jackass to me and put the middle finger, at me, like, 2 miles away, 2 miles behind, I'm still going to go ahead and be like, hey, yo, you know what I mean? Because it's going to cause a pileup,
Nah,
and then I don't want to go ahead and see a slow motion accident. That's literally, what like Rashad was more or less leaning to. So I understand your point of view in that aspect of wanting us to go ahead and create and uplift our communities 1,000%, but it's bigger than that. And we have to understand that it's the fact that as Americans specifically, our Constitution has been threatened and is consistently currently being threatened. It is actively being threatened. And that's something that we
But
should
wait,
care
Pixie,
about.
when wasn't it ever being threatened though? We as black people, we can never we've been fighting the vote. You see
Absolutely,
what I'm
but
saying? So
just
it's like
because as minorities, just because just us as minorities, we're seeing it all happen as a larger scale,
mm-hmm,
right? That doesn't mean that we should not focus on it happening currently. Because when Martin Luther King was doing what he was doing, he wasn't just doing it for black people. Of course, he was doing it for black people as the front, first in the front,
mm-hmm,
but he was doing it as a collective. Malcolm was doing it, yes, of course, black people to the front,
mm-hmm.
but he was doing it for the collective. That's the thing. Like that's something that has to be recognized. The fact that when we go ahead and think so much smaller, we have to understand that we live in a society that is large and we have to look at it in a larger scale. That's the problem. A lot of people think about individualism. And I see people in the comments going ahead and saying that, like, oh, wow, well, you guys are talking about, this that happened in 2024, but what about in 2020 when he went ahead and lost? I said super PACs have been allowed for years, decades in elections, And that is on both sides. It's a bipartisan issue. Please do not insult my intelligence. I know what I'm talking about. So my point is, it is a bipartisan issue that the way that politics has worked throughout the entire years, of course, they're trying to stifle everybody. They're trying to stifle the small people, which is us specifically, but in general, the people who don't have that
And
kind
I
of
think
money.
that the
That's just the
the
bottom line.
reasoning for the First Amendment was specifically to defend against government overreach and overstep to the likes of going to your goddamn Twitter and as the president and telling networks to fire people. And so when you infringe upon the constitutional rights so blatantly and nobody is batting an eye, or the attitude is, it's like, no, it's not that. I ain't gonna hold you. Go ahead. Hold on,
Rashad,
wait, let's get the,
Rashad, really quickly, to add to your point, did you see who went ahead and took over TikTok just recently?
nah, I didn't.
So it basically was owned basically by I think it's by ByteDance or something like that. It's no longer owned by the previous owners of like China. They finally went ahead and came to some kind of agreement. Long story less long, there's going to be further censoring. And, essentially, I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but like, just to say it hyperbolically, they gave it to the CIA, essentially. And so then the next thing, like you mentioned, then we're going to get censored in social media. They're already doing it in bigger media. We're going to be next. And that is a root. That is number one thing of fascism, is basically silencing people.
Go ahead, Kev, then Mac, then Levita.
Mac can go ahead.
I appreciate you. I would just make it quick. First of all, I can appreciate like all of the things we're talking about and like the actions and the intentionality behind it. But when we talk about specifically voting, which a few people have mentioned, personally, I would like to know who was on that island and what babies they touched before I put my name on any ballot.
We going down a rabbit hole. We understand y'all want to know the
Yeah, I
Epstein
just had to
files.
put that out there
Go
though.
ahead, go ahead, Levita.
Hey Rashad, long
How
time
you
no
feeling today?
see.
What's the
How
word?
you doing, my Virgo brother?
All good. Fist in the air for the September Virgos, not
I
them
know
other
that's
niggas.
right. Even though Virgo men are trash, but yes, this in the air. Yes. All right. So I think it's really interesting because people are saying things like it is not our business. Not our business. Sorry, the delivery man came. Sorry. It's not our business. This is white people's business. And what I will say is, if you kind of look at the media, if you're watching this through the lens of the media, you will think that, oh, this is something that's happening to white people. Now white people are starting to see that their rights can also be infringed upon. Freedom of speech is not necessarily, because as someone said earlier, black people have often in this country experienced limitations in the political sector. So the things that they say are inalienable rights as citizens of the US, black people can argue that we often have lived under the guise that we are not entitled to those same inalienable rights, right? Okay, so beyond that though, what people would lead you to believe is, yes, you have to separate us. And the truth is, we're more alike than we are different. So this is, meant to drive all kind of division between us. It's going to be black against white, Dems against Republicans, lefts against rights. And ultimately, what is it all for? Right? This is an issue. I exist in this country called United States, and I have been working since I was a teenager. So from that guise alone, I put in on this business. I have rights here. I have rights. And the fact of the matter is, whether you're black or white, these rights are being infringed upon, and we should be concerned. This is bigger than them just trying to drive left against right. They are trying to incite a race war, literally. Making America great again is far beyond just a political statement. There is a level of hierarchy socio hierarchy that they want to exist, that they feel threatened, is being lost in this country. Whether it's because of population or because of the way that we think, whatever it is, white people, and there's a specific sector of white people who are very much concerned and threatened. And they are moving in a way that should have us all be concerned. Because when they go to fight, we will undoubtedly experience the downfall of whatever happens with this situation. So that's why we should be concerned. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. We can elevate ourselves as a community. We can figure out how we want to build our communities, but we exist in the United States. So we have to play the game as the game is being played.
Love when Levita get in her bag. Appreciate that, Levita. Go ahead, Lucky, and then TC. What's the word, Lucky? How you feeling today?
What's good? What's
Do you
good?
smoke squares for real?
No, I ain't smoking no cigarettes,
Oh,
bro.
I'm about to say.
You drinking right now?
You the one who got it in your picture.
You the one. You got a beverage. What you drinking? Kombucha? What's going on?
It's all good, man. I got some water right
Uh-huh.
now.
Okay. Yeah. No. Who's that? Pixie. I wanted to follow up to something Pixie sort of. I wouldn't say triggered, but I wanted to provide some additional context to some of the comments about the TikTok acquisition and censorship. And I posted on my Twitter account yesterday. I guess I'll start there with a post I shared. Is like, what is freedom of speech? Like literally 2 weeks ago, we was listening to Young Thug talking about, a colleague's death, Metro Boomin's mother's death, and how Drake was requesting a feature from him, and how that request was essentially just too soon. And, in comedy, there is this thing where, is that joke too soon? And sometimes that is a reality, that sometimes you will get booed out of a venue by making a joke too soon. And so I think that we're going a little too extreme with calling this censorship, in the sense that, like, we're trying to claim that the government told him to step down, as opposed to understanding that a corporation like Disney has relationships, lawsuits, FCC, policies that they have to comply with. And if you're doing something that might be a reason for the government to say, hey, what's going on over there? And you might have to say, he did something without our permission, and so we
But
don't
see,
take
that's
him
the
off the
thing.
air.
That's the thing, Lucky. It ain't none of your damn business what's going on over here. It ain't none of
But
your
no, you're
business.
not hearing me. You're
And then
not
on
hearing
top
me.
of
I'm
that,
not
and then
talking
on
about,
top of
you're
that,
not hearing me. You're
hold
not
on, wait. I
hearing
just
me.
also wanted to put out
You're
there
not
that the
hearing me.
CEO for Sinclair's, I think that's him. I got to find the video. He
No,
went
that
on
don't
to
even,
a right-wing MAGA podcast and
don't,
talked
you ain't
about
hearing me.
the
Sinclair
reasoning for
ain't
firing.
Disney. Sinclair is not Disney, bro.
But
What are
what
you
you're saying is the government.
Sinclair is an entirely distinct publicly traded company from Disney, who happens to have a licensing agreement to distribute Disney's content on their ABC channels. That's not the same thing. It's like having a McDonald's. Sinclair is like you having a franchise of McDonald's, and you decide to put your McDonald's franchise on a publicly traded network.
What I'm saying is, Lucky, is that I'm well aware that Disney and Sinclair is different. Disney did not have an issue. Sinclair's has an issue, and also Sinclair's CEO went to a
So
right-wing podcast and spoke about these things. So this is a political decision that shouldn't
it
be, because the
but
purpose of the First Amendment is to
going
not allow
back
the
to
government to get
going
into
back to the
speech.
FCC, going back to the FCC, the Sinclair is the one that has the licensing agreements, and I'm just going to end it there and pivot to what I was trying to get at with what Pixie was saying. And on that same, so with the licensing agreements, you even have, a company like TikTok, is not the first social media company that was under the uh, infrastructure that it's under at this point in time. Every social media app, this app that we're on right now, was under the purview of the government. In fact, there was a time where Twitter was, every tweet you posted was being registered in the Library of Congress. That stopped in like 2018. But the fact of the matter is, certain social media platforms do have to comply with government regulations, and as a means to an end, that government regulation requires that they are working with a entity that has direct relationships with the government. And that entity, if you know the history, Oracle, the company that and the CEO who acquired TikTok, or has a partnership, so to speak, with TikTok, they are they've always had there was a point in time where Twitter was built on Oracle's network. There was a point in time where Facebook was
Where are
built
we
on
at with
Oracle's
government
network.
overreach? You going down the rabbit hole. What
No,
where are
there
we
is
at
no
with the government
okay,
overreach and
and
how do
I'm
you
gonna
feel?
end it with this. There is no government overreach. We're pivoting into a world where it is corporatism and
Is that a word?
autocracy. It's not. There's no democracy. It's autocracy, where we're getting to a point where it's corporatism. Period.
I
And
need to look
that's
that
even
up.
to my point about the difference between censorship and somebody at a publicly traded company declaring that we're not airing what the fuck Jimmy Kimmel is talking about on that platform that is being produced by Disney.
But in order for us to not go down this slope, right? We who gets to say what is allowed and what's not? Because we can't forget how they dogged
Do
Obama.
you own a
Hold on, hold
company?
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Did you
Hold
let me on the
on.
stage and talk?
Hold on. We can't get into a space in where we are letting any and everybody who wake up on the wrong side of the bed make decisions on private citizens that are protected in the Constitution.
I will say
Corporatism
that
is a
there's a
word,
part.
Rashad.
Yeah, I just
I'm
looked it
sorry.
up.
Go ahead.
I want to respond to Lucky
I looked up
specifically,
No,
corporate.
all good. Yeah, go ahead.
if I can.
I was.
Um, so Lucky, I understand what you're talking about, but you're going into a nuance of it. Of course, things went ahead and were regulated or were co-owned. They were privately owned and then obviously sold to a bigger conglomerate. That's just typically how it happens with any social media, anything like any kind of startup. That's what's going to happen. That's your goal typically if you want to. The thing is though, obviously net neutrality went ahead and went defunct in 2016, which is unfortunately why we are where we are when it comes down to media and how it's being
It's one of
consumed.
the factors. Yes.
Down to hold,
Keep going. I'm sorry.
go,
I'm saying
yeah, it's
yes.
okay. Right. So, down to the way that like streaming services right now are being packaged down to like a monopoly where it almost feels like you're having cable again. That's due to the fact that people did not get on net neutrality worldwide. That being said, right? Um, it's the problem. The problem is the actual company that is holding these new companies
Which
and their affiliations to the government.
what do you
That's
mean?
the thing that's dangerous. So that's the thing that's dangerous. So let's talk
What makes the company dangerous?
their affiliation to the current government or wherever they are. Like
What
it depends.
does
Like
Yeah,
I'm not
I
saying
think
right or left.
you lucky you 2-5 junior. What's dangerous is the fact that you are mixing church and state per se, right? And where
that's
you
not
Exactly.
are you are putting
every
people,
corporate. Okay,
hold on, you are putting
keep going.
people
No, keep going.
in positions in where they are able to make decisions, like I said, on private citizens in which our rights are already and should be protected. And they are circumventing that with impunity, right? And I hate when we get into these spaces.
How did
Hold on, hold
cars
on, hold
get?
on,
How
hold
did
on.
car? Let me
Hold
ask
on,
this very
one
simple
second.
question. How
We
did cars
we
get
get
made?
into these spaces in where it's like we can't call a thing, right? You can't call me, and this is what they do, right? You can't call me racist if you never caught me with a hood on my head and said nigger, so I'm not racist, right? They play these semantics games, and where they have people like a Lucky who will come up here and defend it until it personally affects you, right? The bottom line is what Jimmy Kimmel did was, one, not too soon, because he didn't even make a joke about Charlie Kirk. He made a joke about Donald Trump not giving a fuck about Charlie Kirk. That was the joke. And then two,
Bingo.
outside of that, like I said, it's defended. So no, it's not a situation when Obama wore that goddamn tan suit and they killed his ass for wearing the tan suit, when they put him on all type of newspapers and had him with these big floppy ass ears and had his wife look like a monk. They call Michelle Obama a man continually. So when you are coming up here and you on one end that shit don't give a fuck, it doesn't matter, and then on the other end it does. It looks very, very hypocritical.
Right. I'm sorry, Rashad. And just the point is, like, because I didn't want to go into the weeds of it. The point is that it is like supposed to be church and state, and we can go all the way back. Net neutrality
Let me
was just a
when you're
version
done,
of it.
PC, I want to reply.
Net neutrality was just a part of it. We can go all the way back to yellow journalism, which is where you saw the first version of media being controlled by the government in certain ways or forms. It's been happening for decades, in the current way that the way media is portrayed. But the thing is, though, it's gotten to such a point that it's so dangerous that this is where it's like, this is like, we have to do something about it, because at this point it's blatantly in our face, and they're saying, oh, it's church and state and church and state, and it's not at all. And bottom line, stop playing in our face. I want my
Okay.
fucking
All
rights
right,
the
let
way
Lucky go,
a
and then we
lot
Let
of
got
me
people
let
Rasheem.
me
We got to
do.
go to
reply.
the next
Let me
one.
let me please reply, just because y'all both came at me. Um, how were cars made? Right? Like, that's cars. General Motors isn't just called General Motors and has the Chevron logo as their logo for no reason other than the fact that they were funded by the government and was able to scale as a result of their government relationship in supplying the government with military vehicles for the defense of the country. In that same regard, you got to consider the fact that as menial as human beings are, not fully aware of the fact that the company that is acquiring TikTok has had relationships with your Facebook and your Twitter, and uh, that's as far as I'm, just for the sake of us talking about social media.
No, I want to talk about freedom of
That's
speech. Where are we at? You talking about
I
GM,
am talking
TikTok?
about freedom of speech. That same company you're concerned with, and going beyond that company, you're concerned with uh one company saying we don't want to air this dude that is has a production deal with another company. Those are those companies' rights. Now, as black people, we've often talked about how important it is to get a government contract or own our own business and do business with each other. And part of our problem is we actually don't do a lot of business with each other. And that, and we don't get a lot of opportunities to get those sort of government contracts because of the supply chain not being, we're a fraction of the supply chain, where we should be a part of the whole supply chain and cooperatively working with each other.
Lucky, I don't know what you talking about. I ain't gonna hold you. What I'm saying is, dog, at the end of the day, the company, this is the company's rights, because you are forcing this man, in order to get his job back, to donate his personal money to a right-wing organization. This is not a company expressing their rights. Take your money and donate to a right-wing organization, and they put in the goddamn the note that it has to be
If we want to
sizable.
have separation of church and state, then we maybe shouldn't have unions capable of donating to politicians.
Yeah, that
The
doesn't
nice
correlate.
thing
Go ahead,
about super
Rasheem.
PACs,
Hold on,
but it
wait.
doesn't
That doesn't
correlate.
correlate.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rasheem.
Unions are the biggest employers of black people in
Go
America.
ahead,
It
Rasheem.
does correlate.
Once, twice. Yeah. I don't think that those two things correlate. We're not talking about employment as far as, the black
All of that
community.
impedes on your freedom of speech. It does.
Rashad, my
It's
bad, my
your
bad.
voting
I
Go
had
rights,
clicked
ahead.
right?
muted.
It's your voting rights, right?
Yeah,
It's
my
your
bad,
voting
my
rights.
bad. Yeah, I'm really trying to understand what he was saying. I think if I gather what he's saying for the most part, I think if he's saying that these businesses kind of make rules that we all kind of just that we sign up for and we kind of deal with it. That's I think also part of the issue, right? So, again, the only thing I'm going to say is I'm not going to be long winded is and it kind of ties into what Levito was saying a little bit too, right? That you know because even this topic a little bit kind of reminded me of other topics that we've had, right? Where like say we're comparing something that happened in society, and a lot of people like us, we always say, hey, well, they did it too. Why can't we also do this too? And a lot of rebuttal that we always hear back is, oh, y'all want to be white. Oh, just because they did it doesn't mean to stoop that low. And when I get that argument, I'm, it made me think more so of like, okay, that I get what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I think we just want to say that we just want to be American, right? Like we just want to have our American rights and be able to fulfill our American rights and this and the third, right? So it kind of ties back even again to the Jimmy Kimmel thing. Yeah, we have stake in this country, right? And no type of person should have any type of like should infringe on my rights overall, right? So again, and I'm just very concerned again overall if this is what they're gonna try to do to just abide by and just kind of go ahead with like this MAGA agenda, it's gonna be a problem. That's it. It's gonna be a problem, and we shouldn't have to succumb if they want us to be free of ideas and free of speech and all these and all the stuff that they preach. Then we deserve whoever it is, the left, black people, whoever, we deserve to have that too. That's all I want to kind of end and say that.
Go ahead, Mrs. Smith. How you feeling?
I just wanted to just rebut what the gentleman said. That was incorrect. Unions, it's voluntary to join unions, and so you can be working and not even join a union, and they can't submit your money to any type of political group without your consent.
Yes, you're right. That is a new rule, though. That only what, like the last 5 years, Supreme Court made that ruling.
No,
No,
every
unions have
most states
always been voluntary. What are you talking about,
No,
my
they have
unions
man?
have
not.
always been
No.
voluntary.
Okay. All right.
It
We
Lucky.
live in
depends on
different
No,
what part
no.
of
states.
the state
We
you
all
live
live
in.
in different states here,
Listen,
and I know for a
Mrs.
fact
Smith,
that
thank you
that
for the
ruling is.
clarification. We're not getting down the rabbit
Yep.
hole of unions with you, Lucky. You are definitely 2/5 junior. I ain't gonna hold you. Thank you for the clarification, though, Mrs. Smith.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Um, Once again, we here 2 o'clock, 2:10. Repost the space. You heard what Rail said. Support grassroots creators like myself. Patreon is in the jumbo free tier, $5 tier, $10 tier. First episode of the podcast next Friday. The nature of things. Can't wait. Fists in the air for that. Y'all support. Definitely appreciate y'all in here today. I wanted to pivot. You guys were talking about TikTok. There is something that I did see on TikTok. Um, Very, very, I'll let y'all make your own determination. I don't want to sway what people think, but there was an instance in where a young teacher came to school. She seen one of her students say, in flip flops on a rainy day. And so just so happened, the teacher said that she had a pair of Rick Owens in her trunk, got the Rick Owens out her trunk, told somebody else to cue the camera up while this guy opens up the box of Rick Owens and puts his little toes in there. And then she posted it on social media. I thought this was one of the most disingenuous things I've ever seen. I can't hold it, man. I gotta tell it. I
Loser.
gotta tell it, man.
Sorry.
I thought I thought it was absolutely fucking ridiculous.
I was so loser. It
Uh
was really insane.
Loser activity. But maybe I'm being a little too harsh. Maybe this was something that was in good faith. I would hope it would be. But for me, I just can't see it. Just so happen to have a pair of Ricks in your trunk. Stop it. But what did y'all feel about that? Did y'all see that? How do y'all feel about people doing quote unquote good deeds on camera? We see all the time and where you see a homeless person, they put in a camera in a homeless man's face and giving him money and shit like that. I just always find that shit cringe, but I wanted to know how y'all felt about that. Go ahead, Kenya. How you feeling?
I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that they were Rick Owens for one. I personally just don't like the shoe. So I mean, we could just start there. Um, And two, again, if it was like really about that, I mean, obviously I have no problem with like a teacher doing something like that for a student, but I don't think it should have been recorded. I feel like there leaves room for that to like make him even more of a target in a sense. Um, and it just looks really cringe on the teacher's part. Like, are we supposed to give you extra props because they were Rick Owens?
Yeah, this was definitely just some clout shit, clout demon type shit.
And I saw somebody say like the amount of shoes you could have got for him, like with the money for the Rick Owens, probably like it's
Well,
just for
so she
stupid.
did. At first, I thought that she bought the kid the pair of Ricks, but she did say that they were already her shoes and they were just happened to be in the trunk.
I know what she said, Rashad. I know, and they happen to be his size. I know.
And they just so happen to be his
I know.
size too.
I know.
Go ahead, Real. What's the word? How do you feel about acts, quote unquote, selfless acts done on camera?
That's lame. That's whack. It's definitely for clout. I got a question because I'm not big on labels. What is the importance of Rick Owens? Is this like some big brand or something? I'm not
Yeah,
familiar
the
with Rick Owens,
designer
to be
shoes.
honest.
They're just designer Chuck Taylors,
Nike
honestly.
shit.
Oh,
They
okay.
cost a couple
Um,
$100, maybe probably a stack or two. I don't know the exact price. These are the short ones, but
oh,
just
okay.
designer Chucks.
All right, bet. Nah, yeah, nah, that was whack. You ain't have to do that. You could have did that for that child on the low. You know what I mean? That's whack, man. We too grown for this. We are too grown. Our parents gave us enough attention. They didn't have the distractions we have. We have got enough attention. We got enough attention. This is crazy. This is attention seeking, clout seek. Listen, man, attention is a hell of a drug, man. Clout is a drug. It's bad. This is bad. Nasty work, as a New Yorker would say.
I was thinking about, the principal, right? And the people who run the school. I don't know if I was the principal of the school that I would want to see this. My teacher, we had the conversation about the male teacher dancing and shit like that. I didn't necessarily have a problem with that. I do have a problem with this one because it does involve children or the child. And this is 1000%. Look at me. I want attention. Praise me for my good deed. It's nothing else other than that. And so when you are in school and you're using the children for clout and attention, nah, you got to get the fuck on. I don't know if it'll be like a fireable offense, but you got to come get a coaching. You got to come get, whatever is equivalent to a write up, maybe a day suspension or something, because this is nasty. Don't be putting kids on the motherfucking internet. You don't know what happened. The nigga might have got on punishment, and his daddy said he can't wear no shoes. I know when I got in trouble, my dad would make me wear dress shoes to school. Like that was the
That is
punishment.
hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
I had to wear dress shoes. I had to wear a shirt and tie and dress shoes, and I had to wear that motherfucker all week. Right? That was my punishment. You
Rashad,
never
you saying she
know.
making it hot?
Yeah, like you, you never know what's going on, right? The kid might have did something. He probably done fucked off some good pair of shoes that his parents done wore. Now this your punishment because you done fucked these off. Like you never know. And so for you to use this kid, because that's what you did 100%. You used this goddamn kid so you can get followers on social media. And I'm a firm believer, you have to protect these motherfucking kids. Because you never know what type of creeps is out there, right? That these kids, they sneak and got their social medias, or their parents allow them to get their social medias. That's one thing. They doing it on their time. That's one thing. You doing it? Nah, fam. We gonna have to box. Don't put my goddamn kid on your goddamn Instagram and TikTok. Are you crazy? And then talk about they broke. Now you calling me broke too?
Right?
Are you crazy?
Oh hell no.
We gotta fight. Oh, you want I'm a fuck nigga now? Nah, man. Go ahead, Rasheed. Then we got Pixie and Cortland.
No, I was gonna say, yeah, you bring some good points with that. Like, yeah, like how do we know the full situation? Does the parent even want the child to even have this type of shoes? I mean, yeah, quote unquote, it's a good gesture that you give them for free, but yeah, to add another great layer to that. Yeah, I just have so many thoughts on this, man. I'm trying to get it all together. It's definitely attention seeking. and also it just seems super what's the word? Just fake overall. It just seems too. It just seems so fake. Like yeah. You just happen to have Rick Owens. The kid was walking around in slippers. Okay, okay. Yeah, this is just. I'm sorry. I'm also worried. This just looks fake and
You work with
crazy.
kids, don't you?
Yeah. I do.
Is this
Yeah.
something that would be okay? Like in
Yeah,
the
even that too. I just feel like it's a bit intrusive. Look. Let's just say, I always have to err on the side of super optimistic and whatnot. Okay, did the teacher maybe get some information about the kid situation? Yeah, but yeah, even still, look, I just feel like in the day of the internet, I wouldn't do it because it could be like a kind of like a damn, I can't think of it. Like a breach of like power imbalance or whatnot. But we see that on the internet all the time where like kids are buying teacher shoes and teachers are donating things to the students. So I think it can happen within reason. But maybe I'm just thinking about how it's such an expensive shoe. Maybe so I have such an adverse reaction to it. It just all just seems a bit off to me.
Me too, I ain't gonna lie. Go ahead, Pixie, Cortland, and Levita.
Yeah, I was gonna go ahead and say, um, if it wasn't on camera, I would be like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope because, there's always been that kid, I'm pretty sure when y'all were growing up that had the Payless shoes and it was teased and stuff like that. And you know what? You're like, you've seen a teacher do something that's kind of like, to kind of be like, you know what? I'm going to stand up for them. I'm going to do something. Obviously they don't got it. So I'm going to do something. Even though, to my knowledge, that's something that's not even allowed, like to basically give gifts in that kind of way. But I could be, I'm not a teacher. I don't know. At least that's something I've always thought that wasn't allowed. That being said, with putting on a camera, fuck, it's nasty. It's just cloud demon shit, man. Like it's gross because I want teachers and just different, I want adults because we're the adults now, right? We were children before, now we're the adults with phones and social media and things like that. It's so part of our life that we should not have to hide, oh, this is who I am on social media. And this is like, it should be able to be part of it. But like, to do it in this kind of way, it's just gross. It's like I don't want the teacher to be like, I'm a social media influencer, but and I happen to be a teacher, so don't see this. But like, I also really don't like the fact that you're grabbing somebody else's child and using it for content without their permission, nothing of the sort. And then what? So then you can go ahead and get some kind of views and likes or whatever. What was Rick Owens like, sponsoring your shit? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, and you calling me broke on the way too. Nah, nigga, we gotta have a conference. Somebody set up a motherfucking conference. Go ahead, Cortland.
That's what's troubling to me. I know the Guardians did not approve of this.
Go ahead, Cortland. What's the word?
Uh, man, I don't really have a problem with people doing like nice acts, like for kids, especially I guess because when I grew up, like we had kids that were less fortunate in my classes and things of that nature, and our teachers would do all kinds of stuff like buy them shoes, like actually go out and buy them shoes, right, or provide clothes, like, and it was never really an issue, like you never heard anything of it. Of course, at that time, we didn't have social media and cell phones and taking pictures and things of that nature. So, you know, but like teachers always have done things in charitable acts for kids. I do think people are kind of overreacting with it, saying that, oh, she could have bought the kid seven different pairs of shoes with the price for the price of them Ricks. She said she had them in her trunk. I can only go off of what people say. So if she had them in her trunk and it was a spare pair of shoes that she already had, and this kid is walking in, if it's raining outside and this kid has on flip flops, there's no reason for that kid to, you know what I mean, his only pair of shoes. Like kids are like teachers are observant. You could tell if a kid has only one pair of shoes or, you know what I mean, like you see him in the same thing every day. Like you're observant. Like, and if you're not saying anything, I would have a question about, you know, like, what are you looking at? Because this kid is coming to school every day in the same outfit or the same pair of shoes and they run over. I have a question about you as a teacher. So if she saw that, she made an observation and she said, hey, this it's raining outside. Let me go grab these shoes, no matter what the name of the shoes was. It could have been a pair of fucking Bobos. Like, here, put these on, right? Like,
Cortland, this remind
and
me of the skit with Drewski and Ben the Don where Drewski was like, yeah, I put this fuck nigga
I changed
on.
this broke nigga
I
life.
changed this broke nigga life. Like, that's what
I
this
don't think that's what this was because she didn't. It wasn't like she said like, yeah, like I put this kid in designer. Like it wasn't like that.
that
She
was
said
the
the
point
kid
of this
like
video, Corlin. If you don't see that, I don't know
but
what
no
you be
no
Yeah, she
looking
said
at.
it
bro
without saying
no.
it.
That's
Stop
100% the
that.
point
Hold
of
on,
this
no,
video.
no. If I didn't say it, you shouldn't think it, right? Like, and we do this shit a lot where we put our personal thoughts on somebody else. She didn't say that, so we automatically are now putting an indictment on this woman or this teacher and
Portland,
saying, "Oh,
a white boy ain't
she
gotta
tried
wear a
to boss
goddamn
up on the
Klan hoodie for me
parents.
to know that he racist. Like, it's
She
the
tried
same
to boss
shit.
up on
Like,
his parents.
you're
Like,
sitting in this
this ain't
motherfucker.
the same thing,
Yes,
bro.
it is.
Like, that's a false
It's kind
equivalent,
of close
Rashad,
though.
and you
Yeah,
know it.
no, yeah, what I'm saying is you don't have to say it for us to know what is going on here.
So you really believe that this woman tried to boss up on this kid's parents
No, I
off the
believe that
muscle?
this woman, whether it
All
was
right, bro.
a good deed or not, then we got Levita. I think that this woman saw an opportunity for clout. Now, putting a child in shoes when it's raining and they only got flip-flops, that is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. But we can't hide the fact that she saw an opportunity for clout as well. We don't have to, once again, like turn our brains off and be like, oh, well, just because the good act was done, now we have to shut up about everything else. No! This motherfucker is a clout demon!
So do you say that about everybody that posts their charitable acts on social media?
Majority.
Yeah,
All
for
right,
sure.
bro.
I think yeah, I think it's give and take, but I definitely leave a side eye too when people also do whatever type of charitable acts and they post it online.
Go ahead, Levita,
So
how
But
it's
you
this
just a
one,
side eye
feeling?
from me.
So I think it's really interesting that everyone is coming at it from the context of the name of the shoe or, questioning her intentionality. I think what's more interesting is the fact that, like, we are such a fame obsessed culture that we will grift, and ironically, we will grift on a racist death. We will grift on a child's financial issues. You know, we don't know if this kid actually has any financial issues, but she posted it with the caveat of this kid could not do for himself, and look what I'm going to do for him, right? So we are now grifting off of all this shit for our own fame. Now, no, we can't question her intentionality as far as why she chose those shoes, that brand, or whatever, but we can assume that since she chose to include us in on the group chat and filmed it and did not blur out this kid's face or anything, that this was intentional on her part to show us that she was doing this act, this grand act. And the fact of the matter is, we are obsessed with fame as a culture to the point that we will grift and
And
use
attention.
and use any situation whatsoever.
Did you go out, Levita? Levita. Wait till she come back. Yeah, this is definitely giving I changed this fuck nigga life. I'm not gonna lie. That's what this is giving, and it's nasty.
This is kind of weird. How? All right. So I have a child, and there was a day my child had one too many accidents when he was like 1.5, and it got to a point where he was at childcare, and he eventually ended up in some bogus ass Adidas shoes. When he came home, I'm looking like, where you get them shoes from? And it was clear the teacher gave him the shoes because he, peed in his pants to the point his shoes were soaked. So, like, maybe there, I mean, I, as a parent, was kind of upset because he had some bogus ass Adidas, some red Adidas on that I thought was super bogus. They was plastic, rubber, like some damn rain shoes or some shit. I don't know, but
Okay, we get it. You
Adidas
didn't
need
like it.
Kanye. But I'm kind of in agreement with Levita where it's like we're making, we oftentimes forget that the first line of our reasoning and judgment should be this person has good intentions. And I'm guilty of it myself sometimes. I've had mentors over the course of my life that it's like, just assume good intentions first. And if it turns out to be bullshit, or if it turns out that that person actually is acting with ill intent, then you can address it at that time, and it will become evident that that person has ill intent. But I'm assuming good intent in this, on the part of this teacher, because of the fact that we have a lot of teachers who are underfunded in terms of the resources they're provided, as well as the resources their students are provided. So I would put this event, this act, whatever she did, in the column of, this is just another example of us needing to provide the resources so that our teachers and our students are properly resourced.
But I think that there is a level of good
Rick Owens is not the resource. Where did she post this? Where was this posted?
let me see if it got it. It's on some social media,
What'd you say?
but
Who
the
was
Don't
that?
good
say
intent.
TikTok.
What'd you say,
It
Kenya?
looked like TikTok.
Yeah, I think
What'd you say,
the good
Kenya?
intent
So is
is
this?
that she
So
did something out the kindness of
Rashad,
her
let
heart.
Kenya speak, bro. Let the conversation flow. Kenya, what?
Nigga, what are you talking about? Hush. I said that the good intent is that she did it out the kindness of her heart. That's where it stopped. And then outside of that, you posting it on social media, that's where the fuck shit is. Go ahead.
See, no, I don't agree there, because we get to this point as a society. Now we was just talking about censorship, and now you don't want somebody to express themselves
Totally
in
different
regards
things.
oh
And
to.
no, but
you
my
smarter than
question
that.
is, but what
Go
is
ahead, go
the
ahead,
what's
Kenya.
her responsibility to the student? So if you post it on the TikTok and it goes viral, if she gets a check from TikTok for the video, does she owe it to the child? Does she share the money with the kid?
I
Like,
mean, I would
at what
imagine that a
point does it
teacher.
stop
That's a
being
good question.
recording a good deed and does it start being exploitation?
I mean, I
I
think
don't.
it's from the
I
very
think.
beginning.
Go
What'd you
ahead,
say,
Lavita.
Levita?
Yeah, Lucky. Let the conversation flow. Go ahead, Lavita.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think it's from the very beginning because the fact of the matter is you could have done this good deed without including us in for the applause. If you were doing it with the caveat that you also wanted us to contribute to his situation, that would be one thing. Or if you yourself did not record it and another student saw it and maybe said, "Hey, this is really awesome. Do you mind if I share it?" But you're self-grandizing for the intention of what? Like, I can do something good, but it takes on a whole different value when I feel the need to not only do something good, but let you know that I did something good for no reason whatsoever other than the fact that I just feel you need to know. For what? What the fuck do I
So
need to know that you got this kid a pair of Rick Owens? You could have got every kid in the class a shoe with what those cost.
now maybe she could get everyone
But
in
she
in
didn't.
the
She
class
didn't buy the
shoes now
She
that
didn't
shoes.
she got
ask.
money
She
from the
didn't buy the
content.
shoes for
That
the kid.
social media
Well,
post did
we're
not
gonna get to the
ask.
hands. We're gonna get to the hands.
Okay, that social media post did not ask or include any ask for patronage towards her or her
Maybe it
students.
monetized the content. I mean, we got to
Hold on.
realize that we live in the
That's
content
bad.
creator
That's
era.
bad. Don't monetize off
And that's
my
Yeah, that's
bad.
the
goddamn
Not
kid,
because
problem.
that's
nigga.
tax
That's the
free
Now
problem.
I
money.
gotta whoop
That is
you.
Be
tax
a
free
content
money.
creator on
That
your
is
own
tax free
time,
money.
doing your
That
own
is
thing.
tax free
Don't
money
you
We're
for
don't
gonna
that
exploit.
grift.
teacher
Yeah.
to
She's
provide
Hold on, hold on,
grifting
hold
by
on,
resources to
hold
her
on.
using that kid.
classroom.
She's a fucking grifter.
That is tax free
Hold on,
money for
Lucky. That's
that
a
teacher
nasty
to
point,
provide her
Lucky. Nasty
classroom.
She's a
individual.
grifter.
You've been nasty up all
That
day up
is
here,
tax
Lucky. I ain't
free
gonna hold
money
it.
for her to
Go ahead,
provide her
Hotel.
classroom.
Yo, can you
What's
hear
the
me?
word? How you feeling?
I'm good, Rashad. I hope you good too, beloved.
All
I ain't
good.
gonna lie to you, Levita. In a rare instance, me and Levita agree. This is
What?
100%. Yes, this is 100% a fucking grip. I hate these fucking videos. I just seen a video of a nigga give a homeless nigga a haircut
The
and
content
give
is
him
gonna go
give
up.
him a makeover and
Content
all that other
creation
shit.
is tax free.
This nigga fanned out a bunch of bread, you know what I'm saying, and then gave it to him and shit. Like, look at me, I'm such a good person and shit like that. Like, I can't stand
And
these
Hotep,
grip.
how crazy is it that our government is grifting also on the death of somebody for their own purposes as well?
Very nasty
It's a
work. Very
psyop.
nasty work. It's a big psyop. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. But yeah, no, I
Are y'all?
absolutely agree with Levita. At the end of the day, first of all, like, she understands the internet. I know she does. She has a social media presence and all of that other shit. She knows exactly what she is doing. As far as it being Rick Owens or whatever, that's in her budget, whatever. But she also knows what Rick Owens, how the kids go up for Rick Owens and shit like that. She's 100%. I would say it's a 70-30, maybe even 80-20, to where she's doing it for the clout 80% and 20% actually want to help the little nigga out. The caption lets me know that.
The caption, oh, this poor wretched child, he didn't have any shoes, and I just so happened to have a pair of Rick fucking Owens in my trunk. Like, come on, dog, get the fuck out of here. This is clear a grip. What my nigga Rashad say, the clout
Clout.
demons. The clout demons are out, and y'all need to protect your babies. That's simply simple as that.
Imagine you left for work that morning before him early. You had to get into the office early. You didn't get to see him leave out. He leave in some fucking flip flops, being the dickhead he is. And
And
now
now her
you
bro.
gotta
Your
see a
mom,
I was
video
just about to say
Kenya,
that.
of
I
and
was
your
just
your
about to say
mom
that
should
too.
teacher
know.
gifting him some fucking Rick Owens. What
Kenya
Yeah,
and your
I
mom
know your broke
should
ass mama.
know.
I know your
If your
broke ass daddy.
one thing your kids gonna do is embarrass you. Anybody who has kids know. One thing your kids gonna do is go outside in some shit that'll make you be like, "Do I not take care of you? Why the fuck is you wearing that for?"
Yeah, that's
That's a fact. That's a fact, my nigga. And so yeah, your fuck ass daddy, your broke ass mama couldn't get you a pair of shoes to save your fucking life. And here I come having to be Captain Save Child. And yeah, that's all that shit was, man. That lady gives more of a fuck about her online presence. Cause I promise you, if that video got not a zero, like not a single view,
What
she
is
would have been
wrong with her
upset.
caring about her online presence?
Nigga, we have described exactly what's wrong with it and you don't want to
Why?
hear it. Are
Why?
you a clout
No,
hold on,
demon,
wait,
you're
wait, wait,
Lucky?
not
wait, wait.
telling me what's
Lucky, let
wrong
me
with
ask
her
you a
online
question. Cause
presence.
you just
She's making money as a teacher. You know
we don't
making
give
the
a
money
fuck
she needs
about
to
that,
do her
Lucky.
job.
Listen.
Nigga, she got a pair of Ricks in her goddamn trunk. What the fuck are
Yeah,
you
Give a
talking
fuck
about?
about
that's
that? Hold on, Lucky,
Okay,
because you just described a personal situation, right? And where your child
I'm
had
talking
a
about the
situation.
content
So
creation
that,
part
but
now. But go ahead.
that teacher didn't put your baby online. That teacher didn't say disparaging
If the
comments about
teacher,
you,
let's say the teacher did do that,
huh?
and the teacher, let me say the teacher did do that.
Yeah, this fuck ass
Then
nigga didn't have enough pair of clothes to give his baby, and I
you
had
had
to
yeah.
3
fucking
pairs of clothes
This
and
ain't a
had
chance. He's
3
pissing on himself.
accidents in one day. So fuck you,
yeah,
person.
his
Oh,
pissy ass kid fucking up my classroom.
Yeah, they didn't say
Had to
that.
get him some
She was
clothes.
all wet and smelling like piss.
And you would be pissed off if that happened,
I
but
wouldn't be
yet you
pissed
up
You
off
here
be
if
more
she put them
pissed than the
documenting her
online.
baby.
shit.
I
You
wouldn't
be
be
more
pissed off
pissed
she
off
put
than
them
the
online.
baby.
I wouldn't be pissed off she put them online.
You're a
Go
liar.
ahead,
If
Honcho.
You're
she
a
Hold
was
on,
a
wait.
liar.
if she was a content creator making money from that, and I saw that she was resourcing her classroom,
I'm gonna need a
and
cut.
that they
I'm gonna need
needed,
a cut of that monthly check. Yeah,
I don't know where Lucky
However
getting
no,
many,
these takes
nobody needs a
from.
cut of it. I didn't say
I
you
need a
need a cut
cut.
of
You
that.
Cut
gonna
that
use
shit
my,
off. You don't
you
get to
gonna
I
take
use
know
my
time.
that this
baby for clout,
teacher
nigga?
is
I need some of
providing.
that.
You're clearly aware that this teacher is providing resources to her
Lucky,
classroom.
where you be getting these points off? You trying to say that she can stop it? Let
Nigga, I live with a teacher, bitch ass nigga. I know what teachers have to go in their own pocket
All
to
right now,
spend their
Lucky. Hold
money.
on,
now
hold
you
on,
gotta
brother.
go.
Like,
I listen.
yeah,
I don't even have the energy for it today. Say what's up to
Wow,
Tupac for me, Lucky.
that
Go
got
ahead,
It's the
Honcho.
psyops.
that got
It's
dark.
the fucking
To
psyops.
Sayop.
It
Is
is.
That
the
got dark
outrage
real quick.
because of the post or like I'm trying to gather what's going
One
on
more
here.
time, Honcho.
Is the outrage because of the
The
way she framed the
yes,
post? Or,
the fact that you did this shit on camera. Now, I can acknowledge that she probably had good intentions with giving him some pair of shoes because he got flip flops. Cool. But after that, you putting it on camera and posting it, nah. I think that's
so
nasty.
what's the
and
difference?
and Levita made a good point. Why not let the kids
I
record?
know your name, Hunter.
Why not get the accolades from the outside? Why you gotta force us or
But I
compel
think
us to
it
give
was
you
somebody else
accolades?
that did
Hold on,
record
wait.
it
I ain't
because
know
Let
I
damn
Huncho
one
kind
of
of
go. Let
y'all
like
name
Huncho
was
go.
Hunter. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead, Huncho.
No, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, so it to me, I think people more outraged that it was Rick Owens than anything else because nobody had a problem with that dude giving that white kid some shoes on camera. Probably like a couple months ago.
I don't even know. Listen, I don't even know white people business. She did it again? What she
It was
gave
a
him?
black dude. There was a black
She had
dude.
it again.
She
It was a
she a
black dude at the
serial shoe
school.
giver?
No, it was a black dude at the school, and some little kid was hanging with his son, and he got him some shoes, but they recorded it, and it was just a different
Well, see that.
tone.
Oh, so you talking about a little kid see his friend less fortunate, so he holler at his daddy. Daddy say, "Yeah, I got you. Let's hook your friend up." That's different.
I don't think that's the context of it.
I thought that's what you said happened.
No, I just said he bought the kid some shoes. I don't know if he less fortunate or not.
Well, see, even with kid to kid type shit, I think that is a little different. I think when it's a teacher and got the camera in a kid's face, it does just seem like, look at me doing a good deed for this less fortunate child, and then that's how
But
she
Rashad,
worded
that's
it.
the same thing though, because a parent recorded. He went and bought the shoes. That kid ain't got no job. The kid came to him and said, "Hey, my friend needs shoes, or my friend don't have." And then that parent went and put a camera on that kid, giving that white kid a pair of
Look at the
shoes.
way she's
It's the
standing there
same
watching
shit.
him put them shoes on. I would have.
Yeah,
I. I'm
it's
Dangerous
not
as
sorry.
black and
fuck,
white.
nigga. Live.
It's not black and white. 'Cause I think Hunter does have a point, right? Because and I said this earlier, and I think Levita touched on it too, right? I do feel a little aversion to it as well because I think it is Rick Owens, but I think that's also something that it's okay to add, right? I think you're doing all of this. Had this lady, whoever the teacher is, I don't know, give this kid a pair of Shacks, would you record it? Probably not, right? I think you want to let it known that, oh, I got Rick Owens just sitting in
Man,
my
that
truck.
boy some tracks, we'll be them people. They'll be tearing our ass up.
That-
That's what I'm saying exactly, right? So she wouldn't put it online, right? So I think you do bring up a good point, but I think also to be said that I think you are doing this for clout, right? And you look kind of crazy doing it. And the last point I want to make is for anybody that works in a school, right? Now it's not, we're all mandated reporters, right? So it's not to say that it's something to report, but at least if this kid is really walking around in flip flops all day and it's raining, it's number raining going on and whatnot, the conversation should be at least, well, I hope they at least checked in with the family before doing this deed, checked in with the family to make sure that the needs are met. And if they didn't do that, then yes, you're just an ass individual who just wants attention.
Man, I told my son I ain't never buying him no shoes again. This nigga, I bought this nigga 4, 5 pairs of shoes for Christmas, and he only wore the shoes that his mama bought. And at the end of the year, I went in the closet and seen brand new shoes, literally brand new shoes. I just sold them bitches on Facebook Marketplace. Not a scuff on them. He never wore them. I said, I ain't buying you no goddamn shoes. I don't give a fuck what happened to it. And so, like, shit be happening, man. Things be happening. These kids ain't broken, busted, and destitute, man. Shit be happening. And these teachers be, or people in general just be taking liberties and then you putting them on there. Don't put my kid on social media. I don't think anybody with half a brain would want their kid to be on
Yeah, but
a
I think that
teacher's
has
social
more to do
media.
with the way you want to be viewed versus the situation.
Huh?
I think that comes from a place of where you don't want to be viewed in a certain light versus the situation itself because you don't want your kid being posted. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's your right, but you think if your kid going to school busted up every fucking day, something going on.
But you got to call the parents
Yeah, you
first.
gotta you gotta put me on.
Don't take
Put me
liberty.
on.
Yeah, don't take liberty first and just giving them records. And I didn't. Yeah, and I'm even not
Say
broke. I think Levina
society
said it
get
too. These
fucked
kids be
up, but
doing dumb
like
shit all the
it's a
time.
problem to give to somebody else.
No, I think the main thing was posting it. If she wanted to help a kid out, if a kid fucked up or in a situation where his parents
So
don't
motherfucker
have,
just said,
that
don't
don't
just give
matter,
him nothing, call me first.
huh?
That's what I heard. Somebody just said, don't just give him nothing, call me first.
I think that would be wise as
It might
well.
have
I'm
been
not gonna
me.
hold you. That would be wise.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm just saying check with the parents first. Is what I'm saying because we need to get the information first before I do this good deed. Is what I'm saying because the parents could be okay. That's what I'm saying. Just assume that we broke because you work on the flip flops. Kids do dumb shit all the
Dumb
time.
shit.
So
But
that's
she
what I'm saying.
didn't
Check
say that
check
the
it first.
parents were broke. Like, where are y'all getting
They
that
But I
from?
implied it,
think that's
guys. I know why y'all
that's
do
the
this.
insinuation that he can't do for his own. He is at school in flip flops for other reasons outside of he just decided to wear flip flops today and it just so happened to rain. Right? Because if that was the case, I don't think she busting out the pair of Ricks because he just made a dumbass decision.
I don't
So
even
I
know a
think that
school
we
where you
can
can wear
we can
flip flops.
infer that this is because of financial reasons.
Right, and even on top of that, okay, so it rained one day. It rained one day, is what you're saying, and all of a sudden he's walking around flip flops in one day down the rain. Now let me give him these Rick Owens. Like, what are we talking about? Also, like, yeah, I don't know.
Go ahead,
One day it rained. Rick Owens here.
Rail, and then Levita. Or no, ladies first. Go ahead, Levita.
I don't think it matters. What the fuck? It doesn't matter. The shoes don't matter. None of that shit matters. You do not need, listen, she wants to fucking raise funds on TikTok. Do that outside of the confines of my kid. Do that on your own personal time using your own talents. You know, OnlyFans is whatever you need to fucking do.
Whoa.
Use your own talents, but
I see one of the pop
Don't
pickles.
that
siphon
whoa is so
don't siphon off my kid, whether it is because he is not financially able to get better shoes or for any other reason. Because as you said, even if she's raising money for her classroom, well then shoot the whole fucking classroom and talk about how they sharing books. Do
And
that.
she's not. I'm telling you, I would have,
Not
man,
even
imagine I'm at home
that kid
scrolling
not
and I
even
see this
busted
video of
though.
my kid. I would have drove up to that school and I would have put my hands on that
Yeah, it's
lady.
ass
Take my
whooping
kid off
time.
your
I'm saying
page.
though, that
I
kid,
mean, you gotta fuck the
that kid
video.
don't even look
This
like he
little nigga,
busted. Really, he just wants some fly.
this little nigga
That's the
comes
problem,
in the
huh?
house with a pair of Rick Owens. Like, where the fuck you get them shoes from?
My
From the
biggest
trunk.
fan.
Oh,
I agree.
Mrs.
And Rick
Johnson.
Owens is demonic. This is a
Oh,
house of
now
the
we got
Lord. We
real
don't even
demons.
do that
We
in
got
here.
clout demons and real demons. Jesus.
No,
She's a real
oh my
demon
God.
for this. She a real demon for
Go
this.
ahead,
This is
real.
okay.
Y'all be talking about y'all gonna go beat somebody else. Them people gonna whoop y'all ass.
Yeah.
I'm sure you just want to see me get beat up so bad.
I'm just saying.
Ain't nobody doing
It's always
shit. Ain't nobody
it's
doing
always a
shit.
chance you're gonna lose.
Yo, I
Listen,
just want to
man.
say shout out to all my teachers and coaches and all my uncles and aunts that looked out for a nigga and didn't feel like they had to tell the whole block, man. Thank God for my big cousins that just let a nigga hold a shirt because I was down bad or something. You know what I mean? Shout out to the homies that looked out
All
and didn't
that I
tell the block.
got is you.
That shit.
They held it down when a nigga needed something. Shout out.
Listen, man,
Man,
back in the
yeah, they
day,
hitting them
bro.
with the "we changed this fuck nigga life" energy,
Man,
son.
I got it.
I don't like
Yeah,
it.
bro. It's like back in the day, if you didn't have a shirt for the club, yo, bro, can I get the shirt for the club for the night? I'll
They ain't
wash
have
it
no
at the end of the
recording
night for
shit
you,
back in the
nigga. I
day.
got you.
Nah, don't do that.
This ain't
That's what, and
nothing,
I
bro. This
said that
is
like the
regular.
only difference between now and then
This is
is
the
my
world
my
we
teachers used to
created.
give kids clothes and all kinds of shit. They just didn't have camera phones to whip it out and be like, let me record this. I'm pretty sure they would have done it if that was the culture, which today is everything is
Nah,
on
man.
social
These
media.
motherfuckers don't
Nah.
be teachers, Court. They don't be fucking teachers. They be content creators first. They be clout demons first, teachers second. All my teachers was a bunch of
Wake it
old
up.
frumpy
Wake
motherfuckers.
it up.
These niggas don't have an affinity for teaching. They don't have a love for the classroom. These motherfuckers trying to get rich, nigga. They don't give a
Everybody's
fuck.
trying to be, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
everybody's trying to be famous. What the fuck?
That's
And
why
also,
my coach, he did
why I
it.
gotta record my why I gotta record to get my boy a damn H&M shirt or some shit. Come on now.
Listen,
Come on, man.
speaking of expensive gifts, Devin Haney. Devin Haney, once he got his ass whooped by Ryan, he ain't never been the same. Devin Haney is suing his ex-girlfriend for all the gifts. He said, to the left, everything you own in the box to the goddamn left. He want all his
And
shit
everything
back.
I own to the right, bitch. Like,
This is disgusting.
$350,000
Mm-mm,
worth of bags and
Damn, Chris, every
mm-mm.
jewelry.
women think
Wait,
about this.
Levita, why is it disgusting?
Yeah.
Damn,
Because
Chris.
why do you want this stuff
ho-
back?
Hold on.
Why you
But
want
hold
it
on,
back for?
let me
This
give a
is
context.
disgusting.
This is why he wants it back. Because this lady was not only his girlfriend, but she is also an ex-fiance. Their breakup started because while he was in love, she was visiting Young Thug down at the goddamn county, and she was on the phone with Thug
Okay, yeah, give my shit back, bitch.
trying to get Thug to love
Oh,
her and shit.
oh, this is that
Yes,
lady.
this is
Oh, okay,
her. And
never mind.
And
so
this the one Thug was
Let
dubbing. He
me,
was
yeah,
dubbing the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
out of her
It's
too.
all
So
right, Kenya. Let me
And
embarrassing.
back
so
out. Let me
Oh
back
my
out.
god.
when
Let me
Devin
back
heard
out.
this shit, he said, ho. And ever since then, he said that she has been harassing him, trying to sabotage him, ruining his life. He want all his shit back. I thought it was very interesting because there, you know how we get the ladies on there in the comments. They say he a fuck nigga. But y'all was singing Irreplaceable a couple years ago. So I'm just trying to figure out, even
Which
Squab
was
ain't no
written by a
swindle.
man.
It's not
Uh,
okay to be an Indian giver, Rashad.
Irreplaceable was written by a
I
man
don't
That's
before
give a
poor
damn.
Billie
I'm
character.
Holiday.
sitting up here loving you, bitch, and you down there on the jail
That's just
call,
poor
video
character. And
call with a
Rashad,
nigga. Bitch, you better
the
glad
other
you
day,
alive.
you said that women needed to be accountable for themselves and the things that they do and stop basing their actions off of the actions of men. I think you should take the same advice. I think he just needs to go ahead and just be the bigger
Fuck
person,
out of here.
call it quits, and just go about his life. Why would
I'm
you want
finna
to be
tired of being
like
the damn
strung up
entertainer.
in the courts
I
fighting
don't, I
this
don't know if
lady
you
over
heard,
some
Nah,
I
Kenya,
don't
gifts?
he
know if
can
you
get
heard
some
Kenya,
good
but
money for them Birkins. I think he
yeah,
can get them
Yeah,
big.
resale value through the goddamn roof.
Well,
yeah,
you
yeah,
shouldn't
big
have bought
time.
them for.
Yeah,
Yeah, for real.
we
Give
not
him
talking
back the
about a
Birkins,
fucking
Bookie.
Pandora bracelet, my nigga. We talking about
Yeah, give him back the
$350,000.
Birkin, Bookie.
The fuck?
Why do you want to keep the gifts?
Mm-hmm. It's fuck me, right? So fuck the
I
gifts.
mean, Kenya, you know the
Why do
deal.
I
The
want to
likelihood,
keep
Kenya,
the
is that this
gifts?
nigga's dick was
Don't
not
ask me no
That is
big,
retarded
hilarious. I'm
ass
but this
sorry.
nigga was
questions,
buying
okay?
gifts,
Hold on,
and
wait,
That
wait,
was
wait,
funny
wait.
as
What you
Thug
say,
hell.
was out
Levita?
here slinging the better dick. And it just, I said, like, she know what the deal is. The likelihood is that Thug was out here slinging the dick, and Devin was out here slinging the gifts, and she don't want to let that go. She
But
mad.
you go down to the precinct.
But
How
I
she
did you
should
get
have
know
on the
it.
never
I
been
visitors
get it.
list?
caught.
But
Yeah,
listen,
she was
sometimes,
stupid. She should have never went
niggas,
down
let
to
me
the
tell you
precinct,
something.
man.
Make dick great again. When the dick is good, a bitch will fuck the $200,000 Birkin. I'm going to see this nigga with the good dick.
How did she get on the
Yeah, but
visitors list? I thought it was
That's
That's why
lack
why?
of
y'all was
foresight.
That's
lying.
why I'm just
That's
like,
pure lack of foresight.
you not moving smart. You
Or
should
is
that
it?
should have been
Or is
strictly
it?
phone calls.
You
Strictly
mean
she
phone
wasn't
calls. What are
focused
you
on the
going to go
foresight. She
Ooh.
was
visit him
focused on the
for?
foreskin. I ain't gonna lie.
That's why niggas be driving y'all
Wake
car
it
I
while
know
y'all be
up.
at
that's
work.
right, Rashad. Eon.
That's
Ew.
exactly why niggas be driving y'all car while y'all at work.
If
Be
they
doing
would thank God I don't
160
I,
work
on
I
so that
had to
could
put
never
that
happen
dick
again.
in
I.
my past.
I'm putting the
I
pedal to the
Hey,
had
Uncle
to.
Will
floor.
Nigga
be
be
taking that
Because
little
tearing
I
out
never
Honda
the
worked
Merc,
hallway
in
and
my
I be
own
damned.
car. So,
dragging that little Honda.
Thank God I'm unemployed.
So
listen,
y'all
What?
don't believe in fellas. Are y'all taking gifts back?
Hell yeah.
We got one.
Really? Huncho,
all right.
Huncho, in what scenario are
Yeah,
you going to take
identify
the gift
yourself. No, no,
back?
no, Kenya. Let
Huh?
them identify themselves. These the ones y'all don't want, ladies.
I don't
Take a look
I don't
around.
care if y'all want
Listen
me.
up,
I
ladies.
don't care.
Ah,
These are single. These are single
If
bachelors
if
too.
we done
What?
I
What?
Mm,
done put
hold
up
on.
Huncho,
I
why
can't
would
imagine why.
Why you
if
taking it
I
back,
done
Honcho?
proposed to you and we done promised to love each other, woo woo wham, and I catch you on the jail call, bitch, you better your life probably in danger. I ain't even gonna lie. So
wait.
at
She
least
cheated?
No,
She
when
cheated?
Thug was
hell
in
yeah, that's
jail,
cheating.
she
Nah,
was
but she
at the
did some fuck
precinct
shit though. She did
That's
do some
cheating.
fuck shit though.
calling.
You got
I'm like, if you go visit a nigga
you
that's not your
dragging a
cousin, your brother, or
prisoner.
somebody blood related to you, you cheating, bitch. I don't know what
That's
you
She
talking
cheating
was
about.
on
on the
God.
phone trying to get Thug to say
You on
that
a
he
video
love
jail
her,
call
and
with
she
a
was like, "I
prisoner.
love you" and all type of shit.
This nigga in
Nah,
prison.
you
I'm
keep
really
you
he
about to
keeping
end
the
was?
up in a
JP
motherfucking
He
loaded?
said, "Do
Nah,
you?"
fuck that.
you out here dead in a
Not the G
prison.
pay. That's
Fuck no.
crazy.
Was she the
Gee.
one who was like? Was she the one who he was like? When you gonna have kids? And she was like, when you come
No, that's
home.
another one. That's
No,
another one.
She
no.
Oh,
already got
see,
a
This
All the
child.
he
ones with
barely
brains.
you
liked this
know,
one.
She
I
already
want to
got
see
a child
the
though.
sex tape because he might be working with
Stop
some ladies. I don't know.
it, Lavita.
He must be because he is ugly. So, I don't know.
Come on now, let's tell the truth and shame the devil in
He
here today.
must be.
You the devil that needs
And
shaming.
fellas, these the
Excuse
ladies.
me? Excuse me?
Remember, fellas,
Yo,
these the ladies
Hotep,
you
we
don't
was
need in your life.
agreeing. We don't agree still? We
Yo,
was
yo, listen. I
agreeing.
thought we was on the right page,
Come
Levita.
on, agree with me, Hotep. Agree.
Then you went back to Levita Road, and I was like, okay, I can't drive down that.
Well, listen, make Dick great again. That's all I got to
Hotep,
say.
you taking gifts back?
Matter.
It depends on the gift,
That's
beloved.
a yes for Honcho. That's a yes for Hotep. You taking gifts back,
These
Rasheed?
niggas taking back Chili's gift
Y'all
cards,
are
girl.
crazy. You
Listen,
guys are
It depends. It
absolutely
The fact
That's
that
a
you
crazy.
yes for
think I would buy
Rasheed.
a Chili's gift card is very telling.
So
I
Huncho, let
love
me
a good
talk to
gift
you in the
card.
back. In the backs.
Cortland, the
now
only
that
one
I
over
Amazon
wouldn't
here.
even I
Prime.
wouldn't even eat at Chili's.
And not
But
only am I
hold up,
taking
but
the gifts
Huncho,
back,
Huncho, I heard you be paying rent. You can't take that back.
I, I got a
oh no, we just gonna put a lien on your
I
shit.
got
We
a
gonna
I
put a
got a
lien on your
I
shit.
got a key to the place that I pay
Ooh.
rent. I promise.
Oh, it's tea time. Tea time.
Now log out of that
Any way I
Netflix for
pay
me.
something, I could walk in that bitch when I feel like it. On God,
Hey, I have been known to change
And you see,
Netflix.
it's those kind of freedoms that we have to stop,
Listen,
ladies.
Rashad, you giving gifts back, bro? You taking the gifts back,
y'all
brother?
just need to find somebody to be on
um,
y'all program. This is my program.
if I was,
We got a yes from Rashad. We got a
hold on,
yes
no,
from
no, no.
Rashad. Come
If
on.
we're engaged, like he was, yeah, I'm taking shit back. But if
Yeah,
not,
if we just go together, I don't care. Cause I'm
how
a
you
cheat
little
too.
shit? But they was engaged, and you on a jail call with a nigga.
Some
Nah, I ain't
states,
taking no
some
gifts
states
back because
will
I ain't giving what
actually
I ain't
not.
got.
Some states will actually not allow you
You
to
know
take the
what?
gifts
Hell yeah,
back,
Courtney.
fellas.
Look at the shit that Levita know. Look at the laws.
Why did you
Yeah,
look
how
this
did you
Hotep,
up?
know that? I didn't
Hotep,
know. How
I
did you
don't
know that?
understand What are you doing right now?
I don't need something back,
And
babe,
what
because I ain't
states are
giving it.
those,
Because
Rosita,
what
so
I'm
I
gonna
can
do
know
with
where
it,
to move
like
to when I
I ain't
leave
giving it to
Maryland?
nobody
I
else.
got you. I got you.
Listen, I just got a shape up yesterday. I was talking to my barber. She got a divorce. And what
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Did you just say she?
yes.
I knew
Female
something got kind
barbers
of
do
fucked
be
up. I
cold.
Listen,
knew
she
it.
cold,
Female
but
barbers
listen,
be
Rashad, you
cold.
so liberal.
listen, she cold as a
This
motherfucker.
progressive ass nigga pissed me
Hey, she's
off.
cold and she's economical. I'm not gonna lie.
I had a female barber for
But
years.
she
She was cold.
she said she got a
Send me a
divorce.
picture with y'all.
Oh, shout out to you,
Hold on,
Courtney.
hold on. She said she got a divorce, and in the divorce, she got all her shit back from her wife and sold it.
Oh,
Got all the gifts, all the jewelry, the wedding ring, and she sold it recently.
Sound like justice was served.
So they out here.
The house, the car, yeah,
yeah, that
all of
was
that.
probably part
Right.
of the
Singing the
settlement,
whole time.
though. That was probably part of the divorce
No,
settlement.
I ain't gonna
But
lie, Courtney. I mean, not Courtney. God damn it, that's her wife name. Cortland. It was a strong arm. I'm not gonna hold you. It,
what's my that's not my wife's
no,
name, but
I said
okay.
that was her wife
Portland's
name.
wife's name is Courtney? Oh,
No, it's
I have
not
to say,
at
I
what the
said
all.
fuck?
her wife name, not Cortland's wife name.
He
Oh,
said her
but
wife.
yeah, but
Jesus.
I don't know. I guess I look at gifts like if I give it to you, like you know what I mean. I don't want it back because I ain't giving it to nobody else, and I ain't giving shit I ain't got. So I mean,
Cortland, sell it.
I
What are
bought
we talking about?
You're not gonna pawn
no.
it. You're not gonna do nothing. You
Mm
just
mm.
good
You
on
got it.
you. Good on you.
That's what I like to hear.
And if they engage, I need that ring back too.
Wake it up.
No, that's
Depends
different.
Absolutely.
Now that's
on
different. Like
Hotep. I
if we
believe
were
you live in one of
engaged,
those states where you can't have the ring back.
if we were engaged,
I don't like to
and
laugh
I
at the
bought
end
a
of that.
ring that I'm still making payments on or something like that or whatever, then yeah, I need that back.
Still
But
making payments.
y'all think
Yes,
these
Credit
niggas just out
Kenya.
exists.
here
Kenya,
Credit
dropping
please.
exists.
10K on
Yes.
Yeah,
Kenya,
a
look at
please.
Yeah,
look
credit
at the
exists,
elitists.
Kenya.
Look at the elitist
Yes,
Kenya. Like,
Kenya.
nope.
Crazy.
Making
Y'all think
payments.
Sorry, why
What is you
would
talking
y'all
I
think
about?
niggas
don't,
just
I
go
don't
out
know
here and
who
drop
got
why
who
would
10K
you
cares
do
about
Have
on
the
that?
best opinion
y'all
of
think
you
people
or
just go
bring
out here
on
and buy like
once
labels.
you
10K
get
rings
past
out of
two
pocket?
carats on that ring,
A
people will ship
layaway
on you.
ring?
Y'all think people just go out here and drop 10K on rings is out of pocket? Like
10K.
I did not
Were
know
y'all
they
picking it
were
up from Walmart?
putting the
No, don't
rings
be
on
having no
payment
real
plan. No.
bad
Kenya.
news.
Well,
Oh, Kenya, you better stop some
niggas
shit.
in here
Oh
got a
my god.
rope
Oh my, I'm
chain.
not even trying to be
Niggas in
bro.
here got a rope
All
chain at
right.
K Jewelers on payment plan. Stop it. Y'all niggas, come on, man.
Now,
Who
Rashad,
the hell
every
get
gift
jewelry from
begins with
Kay
a
Hey,
gift,
Jewelers?
so don't do
Come
that.
there's nothing
on.
wrong with K Jewelers.
Niggas be in here acting like,
Which
man, I'm
I
tired
don't
of
think they
y'all.
know how much
Look around the
I
room,
don't think they know the
Rashad.
price
Every
difference
gift
in
begins with
carats. Cause
K up
once
in
it
this
get
bitch,
past
okay?
2.99 carats, shit get a little stiff.
Yeah, these niggas crazy. Naya, what's the word? How you feeling today?
Hey, thanks for letting me up. I'm all right. I'm just listening to y'all. Um, yeah, I think this what his ex did is fucking petty. It's crazy. The
Oh,
topic of discussion or
he's
whatever.
petty?
Oh no, I thought it was the chick that did it. Never mind. Read it
No,
wrong.
Devin said he
Okay,
want his shit back.
okay, that's good. That's good. All
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I'm
girl.
just
He was
popping in. I'm
visiting Young
sorry.
Thug, girl.
I'm
He
just
was
popping
visiting
in.
Young Thug.
Oh, listen, Naya on the right side of history. The only people who are on the outs is Levita in Kenya, but that's typical. But
Very
fellas,
on brand. Very on brand.
we did it.
Guys,
You guys
I don't like when
just,
you guys do
you
this. Don't
guys
pile on, guys.
suck. You're
The
talking
words
about you're
just land
taking
on me. I
gifts
don't
back from women. You
Sometimes you just gotta
suck.
write it down and leave it in your notes about people. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-mm.
Levita, keep it a bean. You taking your shit back?
I've never taken anything back.
Do you give stuff to take back anyways?
I
Oh, oh wow. Oh
Hey, that's
wow.
a good one
Oh
though.
would
shit. Oh
That's a
shit.
quality question.
I mean, would you like to find out?
I wait no, because what's
Wow,
the most
wow,
expensive thing I bought? I
wow.
think
Yes.
was
Wow.
like a lace.
Yes.
I couldn't even
Right
take
now.
that back. It's very heavy. But
A
oh wait,
weight?
no, the I got him a tool. It was like a tool like shed,
What
like a
the hell
tool
you gonna do
shed,
with a
like
tool
on
shed, Kenya?
wheels. I should have took that back too, and all the
Bitch, not
tools
you
that
was
was
trying to pack
inside
up the
What
of
you
it.
tool
do?
shed now.
You gonna fix the car? The fuck you
Man,
gonna
I
take
should
that
have
No,
back
we
hitched
for?
it
got to
up.
talk about.
Cause
Hold
if
on,
I was like you guys, that's what I would have done. I would have said, "Yeah, hand me that back,
I would
thanks."
have rolled that bitch to you.
We got to talk about y'all gift giving. No nigga want no motherfucking tool shed because all
He
you doing is
did.
telling
That is
me
not true.
that
He
I need
literally
to do
asked
some
me
I
for
would
work.
like a
Rashad.
tool shed,
He
thank you.
said, "No, no, 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 no.
I
That
No
is
would
not true." And
goddamn
this
tool
is
I
me.
shed.
would
This
take
I
is
a
would
me
tool
being
like
a
a tool
shed.
generous
shed.
I
person,
would
right?
take
No,
a
So
I think that's a
workshop. What is
beautiful
With the
you?
gift.
tool
it
It's
bit.
actually was
important.
because I got it with okay, so this was at the time I'm trying to think. Okay, so the pandemic had hit, right? Everybody was getting their money. So I was like waiting for my card to come and it was already loaded up with like 10K on it. So I'm like, oh, I'm rich, right?
Yeah, you will.
So I
Yeah,
go
all
to
you got
him,
is an
I'm like,
$800 tool shed from Home Depot.
no, it was
What
not
is
actually
going
it was
on?
very expensive. I'm about to go find it because I feel like you're trying me. I'm about to go find it right now. It's
Don't
actually
listen
very
to Rashad.
expensive.
Get me the tool shed.
Nah,
And
that should remind
he
me of
was
that video
No,
with
doing
I
like
son.
think that is so
he was
fly. If
doing
you're
like
gonna do
at home construction, right? I forgot like what this thing is called. It's like something welders use, right? It was literally, I'm not exaggerating, it was like 3,000 something dollars. He had to like drive to Chicago or something to go pick it up. Once we broke up, did I want it back? Yes. Did I ask for
What
it
were
back?
you
I
gonna
didn't want
do
it
with
back.
it?
but I wanted the money back. But did I, because I had spent all the rest of the money and I had nothing to show for it. If anything, the
The
only thing I
Bible
had to
says
show
the
for my money
intention.
was what I had bought him. So at that point, I was like, I want my money back.
Well,
But I left it
you've
alone
been
because I'm a
financially
good
terrible
person.
with
You
me.
guys are horrible people and you do things with bad
Uh,
intention.
Listen, Kenya, if
The
I would have
Bible
sued. I would have
says.
got my
I ain't
money
gonna
out
lie,
there. I would
Kenya,
have
if
got my
we
money
got
back.
engaged and I found out you going to visit a nigga, I damn near break your finger to get that ring off it.
Facts.
I'm calling the police
That
on you. I'm
ass.
calling the
I don't
police.
Facts.
care.
You're going to jail. You're going to
I'm gonna
jail.
get out.
I go to jail with my
You're
ring. I tell you
going to,
that.
and you won't go to jail with that ring because
I
you're going
bet
to
you I
have
go
to
to jail with
pry
that
it off
ring.
my dead
I'll
fingers.
I'm
swallow
gonna
that
use that shit as
motherfucker for
collateral for the
free.
Ladies,
bail.
all this means is don't get caught.
All it means,
This is not what that
hey man, you heard
means.
Lavina?
Yo,
This is
what type
not
of
what that
person?
means, Lavita.
No, that's literally what.
Nah, Levita can't be calling out the clout
So
demons, but
so
she a
so it's
demon
about
demon.
so it's about what happened. If we just didn't work out or whatever, and it was nothing like super nefarious that
Yeah,
I
keep
did,
it.
I could keep everything.
Yep. But begging a prisoner? Oh no.
He
Mm,
was about to go away for life, and
So
this might have
what?
been
That
my
you wasn't
last
dealing with that
time to
nigga.
say something to him.
You
Okay,
Man,
well,
you
wasn't
better
dealing with that
accept the
nigga.
fucking call. That's it.
It'd be different if it was Future, because
you
that's
better
her
not
sister's
accept the
baby
fucking
daddy.
call.
Like, if it was
I
Future,
can't
that's your
even
sister's
like
baby
get
daddy.
How
off.
you my bitch
Wow.
worry about
so
another nigga
so
going to
hold on.
prison?
Let me ask y'all a
Who
question.
got a girlfriend?
Are
Stop
Nah,
y'all
you
telling
right.
me
You right.
life.
Fuck that phone call. You
hold on?
right.
Wait.
Fuck that
Are
phone
y'all
call.
aware of what Gilbert did as far as his wedding ring to Lauren or
Hey,
Laura?
my boy hit
Yeah,
her with the
got that
fake.
bitch back.
You know,
What did he
Well,
do?
for the people who don't know, he was engaged to Laura Govan, and they broke up, and she still had the engagement ring. So he got back with her. He bought a fake duplicate and then swapped out the ring, and then broke back up with her.
a
Oh,
legend,
I
a legend
actually
in the
want him
game.
in jail right now. He should be arrested for that.
Legendary, legendary.
He should actually be
woo.
arrested.
Nah, he need to
That's
write a.
legendary
He not a
shit.
good.
Hey,
Yeah,
and
he
then
got
hear
to
the
make a
crazy
course.
shit. Hey, and
You know
then hear
what
the
OJ
crazy
did?
shit. He bought his fiance now, Melly Monaco or whatever her name is. He went and bought her a ring that was like very similar, and then posted it. That nigga petty, bro.
He
Gilbert
needs to
Arenas a
be
petty nigga.
arrested. I'm
Listen,
sorry.
ladies, the
Sound like a
ring
real
is
nigga to me.
considered a gift contingent on, an engagement ring is considered a gift contingent on there will be nuptials. So please, if you live in the state of New York, Minnesota,
All right. All right. All right.
Massachusetts, just
And
leave
Fuck.
your state.
KT Wentworth.
Rashad, mute this.
Leave
What are
your
you
state,
doing?
ladies. California,
Now,
Texas,
this is
those are great
news the
places to
people can
be, but
use.
you keep your ring, ladies.
hmm Got it. Thank you,
Lavita,
Lavia. Thank you so much.
this is a
No, that's
nasty one,
trifling.
Lavita.
That's trifling. First and foremost, sue her ass, fellas. Take her goof ass to court.
Sue me?
Get that motherfucker.
Oh my-
Yeah, yeah, civil
You
court.
never
Yeah,
loved me. You just gonna leave me
yeah,
like
yeah.
everybody else?
Nah, you
Wow,
don't
you
love
never loved
yourself.
me.
You
Wow,
left.
No,
You don't love
Kenya,
you
yourself.
never
You
loved
left
me.
us.
Kenya.
You left us,
You never
girl.
loved
Fuck
me.
you, girl.
That's
Fuck you. Give
nasty.
me my
And the fact that you
$12,000
said
ring
that,
back, or you gonna pay it back in court. Pick your poison. Fuck you talking about?
let me ask
Y'all
the ladies
are
a question.
sick.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask the ladies a question. What if you get your engagement ring, right? Because there was a video a couple years ago of a kid, he was in a school and he had a diamond tester and he was going around to his female teachers and testing their engagement rings to see if they were real. And some of those rings were fake. And that was the first time that the
Did he
teachers
have a
found out.
real diamond tester though, or did he have
Oh
one of
yeah,
the
he did.
gag ones?
No, he did. And because some of them are real, some of them are fake.
Because
And
because
so,
it was a kid that was doing that too with a gag one, and he was getting his teachers caught up.
oh no, it was a guy. He had a real one.
And
Ladies, how
also,
would y'all
That
sometimes
is
feel?
those
so funny.
testers,
Get the
I mean,
teacher
for the
put up.
folks that don't mind lab diamonds, some of those testers
I
will in
love
fact
me
pick
a
up
lab
on the
diamond.
fact
My
that it's a
engagement
lab
ring is a
diamond
lab
and not
diamond. I don't
classify
give a
it.
damn.
So, ladies, what I advise is get your ring
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
insured. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Get your rings
But what if it was
insured,
just an all
ladies.
out fake me out?
Well, if you get the ring insured, you'll find out.
But what if you found out that yours was
I don't
fake?
want
Would
to
you be
start
upset?
my love on a blood diamond,
Yes,
so I'm good.
I would be upset. I would be upset because Like,
Look, the love ain't
I
real.
can get a fake diamond, like, and then like I'm not even like a diamond. Like, I like all types of stones. You could have got me like my birthstone, but then you
Yeah,
told me you got
just
this diamond
or
ring,
I'd
and then it's
honestly
fake.
rather a
It's
pure
fake.
gold ring
Like, what the
or a
fuck?
vintage something or something. If you don't go beyond what you can handle, so we don't want a fake ring to signify our real love. So why
I
don't
mean,
we
no,
just
but
get something
definitely
that we
ask
can?
around because the first ring my fiance got me, when I tell you, I almost, I don't think I almost cried and not tears of joy. So we had to try
So
again.
what y'all
What
saying
Oh
is
my
y'all
God.
would
can
be
you tell us
okay.
everything?
What y'all
Oh,
saying
What's
is
the
y'all would
hell
be okay with a
no.
clarity?
very basic band. Y'all would be okay with a
Come on,
basic
I
band
would
Kenya.
be
as
okay
long as
with
it
something
came from
that's
your
Tell us
just
heart.
not
clarity, carrot.
ugly.
Tell us
I'm
everything.
just,
Hold on, wait. We got to hear
Yeah,
this shit
same
from
here.
Kenya.
wait.
Kenya always got a story out of left field. So, one, tell us how this went down, and then tell us how you told him this ain't it, fam.
I couldn't really fake it, like in his face. So basically, like I was pressuring him for the ring itself. We had already talked about it and planned it, but like I was like, I want it now, 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 and he was like, okay, you're kind of like messing up something that I have like already going on, but I didn't know what he was talking about. So I was like, okay. So my mom was like, yeah, he came, he had already said, woody, 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 like he had already set certain things up at a jeweler for the ring, but I hadn't looked at it. So basically, like, my mom told me, like, you know, it's not really something I think you would like, me personally, but like I couldn't really talk him out of it. So I was like, okay. So at that point, I was like, hell no, let me see. So I forced him to show me. So he shows me, and it was just like so hideous. Like it was absolutely like, it was so ugly. And I was like,
What was? Let me interrupt you. What was hideous about
the
it? Was
shape
it
of
the?
it, the shape of it, it looked like
What
a
was the? What
football. It
was
looked
the
like a
cut?
football ring. Like them, would they be winning at like, what is that, the Super Bowl?
Oh,
Like it
Oh,
was
so
just
shit.
really
cushion
ugly.
cut.
Oh,
It
the
was
What's
a
that?
cushion.
The
Bible?
Super Bowl.
So I
So
was,
was a cushion. Was it like a cushion cut
I don't
or
know.
like a?
I don't know
Nah,
what cut that
she
was.
probably ended up with a
It was
cluster
Oh,
ring.
girl.
so
She got a
ugly.
cluster.
Ladies, learn
Yep.
your cuts, learn your color, learn your clarity, learn your
I
carrot.
was like, I mean,
Please.
thank God, I did what I did and I saw it beforehand because
That
I
boy
would have been
proposed to
very
her with a
sad. I
class
would have been
ring.
very sad.
Nah, Levita know engagement rings. Like when she want, like we order our barber, like our haircuts.
I
She
think you,
that
but
crazy.
you have to know though.
I think the
Because
problem
how the
is
hell, first of all, Kenya, how you mad at this nice, wholesome young man that wants to spend the rest of his
Young
life with
man is
you?
crazy.
And
Oh.
you,
that's how I know women really be
You're right.
lying
You're right.
about they like
you're
when they be
right.
like the ring don't
But
matter.
how you
Like
mad
they
at him,
really be
I'm
lying,
Kenya?
bro.
not mad at, I
Hold on,
wasn't,
and you didn't even
Yeah,
know what you
whoever
would
says
you
want.
have
that,
wanted
they
me?
are a
Would
liar.
you
The
have
ring
wanted me to
absolutely
be
matters.
like, to just accept it and just be unhappy silently?
Yes.
Yes.
What? Why are y'all
Are
saying
you happy
yes?
with
That's
him? Or are you
crazy.
happy? Are you
Wow.
But
like?
but
Cause
No.
no
that's
no
the
no.
crazy shit.
But beyond that, I don't think it's about whether or not I'm happy with him. I think it's more disappointing that he is going to engage me, and he doesn't know what kind of ring I like.
That
That's
Hold
Y'all
on,
part,
do
wait,
know
wait,
that.
wait,
everything
wait,
I
wait.
had
Y'all do
ever
know that.
showed him.
Hold on, ladies. Y'all think we happy with them goddamn socks y'all give us on Father's Day?
He loves
Y'all
I
think we
mean,
everything I've
happy
ever
with them
I mean,
gotten
if
bullshit
it's the
ass
him.
socks
belts
you
y'all give us
want,
for our birthday?
First of all, he
Right?
doesn't
Random
Y'all
acts
think
of
that's a
require
ties.
good gift?
much, okay?
Hey,
Who says that he
I've
doesn't?
only ever told somebody to divorce somebody
Like a,
one time, bro. And it was my boy's wife. I was like, bro, divorce that chick, bro. Like, get her out of here. Cause
I was
she saw my wife's ring and was like, and looked at hers and looked at him. And then he called me like 2 days later and was like, nigga, she want like an upgrade like tomorrow on some
oh
crazy
no, he
shit.
need to
Cause
leave
your
her
wife's
because
ring
Oh,
is
we
bitch,
bigger
finna
you
than
had to
upgrade
hers.
you, all right.
wait
We're
to
gonna
get
upgrade you so well.
inspired till you saw
I was like,
my
bro, get her out of
man's
here.
wife. He should divorce her. That's
I
actually
said, nigga,
crazy.
Comparison is
get
a
her out of
thief of
here,
joy.
bro.
That's
Like,
worse than what I
get her
did.
out
All
of
right, hold on,
here.
wait,
say it again,
one
machine.
mic, so the folks
I
can
was like,
hear us. Yeah,
she not in it for you. She not in it for you, bro. Get her out of here.
yeah, I think that's that.
Oh, we
Well,
marrying
obviously
for
you don't
love.
want to give your wife no bullshit. So I do get it from that
No, but
standpoint.
Rashad, her ring wasn't no bullshit. That's the crazy shit. Like
No, I
her
was talking
ring was
about
nice.
Kenya's crazy story because I honestly believe if Kenya had a picture of that, 95%
I'm gonna
of
ask,
us
I
would
swear to God,
say
I'm gonna ask it. He must have it somewhere because he keeps every photo. I'm gonna ask him to send it. See how ugly that shit was.
You you took no pictures of your as a woman on that video.
you.
I know every woman. You ain't got that picture nowhere.
That's the first. He never got the ring. He was planning on. He had like planned to get the ring or set up some like payment arrangement to get the ring before like the time of engagement, I said stop and get all of your money back because I don't want that. Shit was ugly.
Hey fellas, get her the ring that you want to get her, and then in 5 years, if y'all last that long, upgrade it, bro. You'll be better off for it.
I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
horrible advice. Don't listen to him.
Cortland, the only
Yeah,
one
that
married
might have
up
been.
here,
That
so
might have.
listen to
Get
Cortland.
Hey,
me
listen.
that don't
Nope, these people are
no
not married. Listen to Cortland.
no.
I talk a lot of shit about women giving bad advice. Cortland, hey man,
Cortland is the
I'm the
that
only
was
only one that's
ass.
up
man up
here that's
here.
5 years
The
plus.
That was
only
ass.
one.
Uh-uh.
Well, them
I
thumbs
mean,
down to
those who
Elizabeth
can't.
though
I've
is
won the
crazy.
race. I think you would listen to the person who's won the race.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. I do want to get my girl something that she like. We talked about it, like the type of ring that she want in
Forgiveness
the
is
color
a
Yeah,
and the
nigga.
cut.
Yeah, nigga.
Yeah, so
get in the
I can't
field,
Rashad,
imagine.
are you
Rashad.
gonna invite me to the wedding?
Get in
No,
the field, nigga.
You think I want y'all niggas
What you
knowing
don't
do,
my real
don't
Hotep?
do
life?
that, Rashad. Don't invite me
Rashad, you said
nowhere.
you wouldn't invite. Fuck you.
Yeah,
So
I'm
absolutely.
not
We
Rashad,
doing
would
you get her
shit.
the
totally
ring she
want to
want.
see your
Hey
I
ring.
got
Don't
Rashad,
be
let's say you
weird.
get her the ring she want, right? In 5 years, you can't get her the same ring. Like, you know what I'm saying? When you upgrade her, you
in
can't get her the
five
same
years. She
thing.
better still be happy with the first one.
And that's the
That's
problem.
crazy.
Fuck is we talking about?
Aw, that's so sad.
Right?
That's a
Fuck is we
married
talking
man
Aww.
about?
talking to you, man. Giving you
This
some
has turned dark.
advice, bro.
Now it's turned dark. You the
Yeah,
one, Kenya.
like,
You
like,
literally,
Kenya. This I
I
don't
don't
like
like
this.
this.
This is doom and gloom.
Kenya. You might as well have got the ring and threw it in the toilet. But now it turns dark when I say
No.
she better
I
be
mean,
happy.
all because she didn't want a cushion cut. She doesn't want a
Like
cushion cut. What the fuck?
Rashawn.
Listen, she better sit on a goddamn cushion and be quiet and take this ring. Because we ain't doing nothing else, baby. I done already set up these goddamn payments. I ain't gonna lie.
I want it.
The corner is over. The
It's
cake has
I'm
been
on to
baked.
that shit right now.
it's over with. I ain't
That
gonna
nigga said
hold you.
that 425 a month coming out. Shit, you gonna take this motherfucker ring.
Yeah, I don't know how I would feel. I would that would be a shot to the ego and a shot to the pride. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you might as well prepare yourself because as you get older, you'll have many more shots to your ego.
Yeah, that's
I
a
ain't like
part
the
of
way she
life.
said that. She sounded like she enjoys that fact. I
The
don't
thought of
know.
y'all
Women are
suffering makes
mean.
her so
Women are
happy.
mean.
Bro, if you're a man, there's a lot of ways that you can make yourself and your woman happy. Like, but y'all don't want to listen to people who got it, who's been doing it.
I mean, you can't listen to everybody that's been doing it. Some people got open marriages,
Wham, wham,
Portland.
wham. Call us a
Not
wambulance,
listening
That
Cortland.
ain't me over
to
here. That ain't
somebody
over
like that.
here. We closed up over here.
Oh, very good.
Very good. Y'all are something else. Hey man. Kenya, listen, one, don't take Cortland's advice. Cortland, that was terrible advice for the fellas.
Hey fellas, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all better don't listen to Rashad and unmarried ass. He gonna have y'all in the fucking doghouse.
y'all niggas is crazy. Hey man, I
With
appreciate
that being said,
listen, look at Hotel. I appreciate y'all here. This has been another episode of Things of That Nature, episode 180. Tell the truth, shame the devil. I definitely appreciate y'all showing up. Repost the space, repost the space, repost the space. Follow the host, follow the co-host, follow the folks up here that said some good shit to you, man. Another episode in the books. You can find all of my Spaces episodes on Patreon. The Patreon is in the jumbo. There is a free tier. There is a $5 tier. There is a $10 tier because the podcast September 26th, September 26th, September 26th, The Nature of Things, next Friday actually is dropping. Podcast announcement tomorrow as well because we cooking up quality content. Can't wait for y'all to see it. And shout out to Afra. Afra, subscribe to the Patreon. Definitely appreciate it. $5 tier subscriber. Shout out to Afra. Everybody else in here also subscribe to the Patreon and go look at that quality content. We are back tomorrow at 12 p.m. until the next episode. We out.